Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Easy Allies podcast right here, this one. I am Michael Huber, your host today, because Bloodworth is doing some GTA 6 location scouting, checking out all the places that we will be later this year when GTA 6 launches. We are joined by Isla Hink.
Hi.
Robot Damiani.
Robot Damiani.
Yeah, the full title.
My full name. It's like when your parents scolds you. Yikes.
Yeah, your legal name.
Yikes.
MacGyver himself, Don Casanova.
It was a noble attempt to bypass the locking system today.
I mean, you did eventually get it unlocked. You did use the key.
Ultimately, we circled back to the key.
We circled
after
back
tying
to the traditional approach
to an XLR cable. We ended up circling back to the key.
And animal hater Gabby Montoot.
Wow. I heard Gabby hates animals. What's up with that?
Animal just causing problems. Happy New Year, everybody. It is the first Easy Allies podcast of the new year 2025. A quarter of the century here. 2020 to 2025. 25 years of it done.
Well, yeah.
It's crazy.
Fucking A.
Yeah.
That was
quarter of the century.
I literally had a thing at a party the other day where someone was like, "This is my traditional New Year's vest," and it said 2000, right?
Yeah.
And they were like, "I've worn it and someone was like, "How many times have you worn it?" And they're like, "Well, every year." And in my head, I went, "Oh, so 5."
Oh my God. I know.
I was
right?
like, "Wait, no."
Yeah, nope.
2020 is 2000 is 25 years ago, not 5.
Yeah, way more than that.
Oh boy.
Bloodworth is flying back tomorrow. So yeah, this episode's going to be a little fast and loose. We're just going to pretty much catch up with everybody, what they've been doing.
The rundown is basically no content on it.
Yeah. No, there's quite a bit
there's
here.
a lot of stuff on it, but
there's one really good thing I'm excited about.
There's no what's new and what's news.
Yeah.
Except for a little bit.
We have the November sales report.
Oh, right.
I'm very excited about later in the show. First up, Damiani. How was your holiday, Damiani?
It was nice. Fun thing. So Christmas, we went over to my brother's and nephew's, opened like presents and did all that stuff, and we had breakfast there. But the funny thing is, no one wanted to cook like lunch, dinner, whatever. Like we usually do like a Christmas meal, and they wanted to order food and order Chinese, and I'm like, awesome. Like I was like, hell yeah. Like that's, yeah. I'm down for that.
Love Chinese food.
But no one understood, I think, how long it's going to take when you try and order or go to any drive-through place like McDonald's on Christmas Day. It's like an hour wait minimum.
Yeah. Apocalyptic.
Yeah. And they're like, they called up and like, no, the lady said on the phone it's going to be 20 minutes. I'm like, guys, no, it's gonna be like, my brother was like, I'm going now, I'm gonna go get there, I'll be ready, and like 2 hours later he's back with the food. And we're like,
oh my God.
Yeah, I was like, I could have, as someone who's had to do Christmas by myself, like go out to get food on my own on Christmas and not cook, I'm like, I've gone through this, and like I even know like the times where you're gonna get like maybe a 30-minute wait and it's not so bad. I was like, you guys are insane, it's not gonna work. And then New Year's was nice. Watch some of the college football games.
Some crazy games, dude.
Yeah, Texas and Arizona State.
That game was insane.
Respect to Arizona State.
That game was crazy.
That absolutely proved they belong, and it like sucks that someone has to win in the end because like I would say if it was a movie, they deserve to win. If it was a movie, like
for sure.
I forget who said it. There's no such thing as moral victory in sports or whatever. A win is a win. But yeah, that was a good game. Ohio State, Oregon, not so much. That was kind of a blowout. Yeah. A little bit disappointing for that game. And then I just saw Notre Dame just beat Georgia. So Rudy continues on. Rudy has a chance to win. Rudy.
10 out of 10.
But other than that, I did have to like work other jobs. So like I didn't have like days off except for Christmas and New Year's Day. So
yeah,
that was like the first time I've had to like do that in like a long time. I was like,
totally.
I don't have 2 weeks off. I'm like, crap, that sucks.
Well, it's good you got the big days off. I've got you down here, Damiani. First, I want to start with Secret Level. You watched that? Give us your quick thoughts on that, dude.
So I think I watched it in 2 nights. So
have you watched that yet, Isla?
No.
No, damn.
I won't spoil anything then. I mean, just in general, I won't spoil anything. I'll just say what I liked, and without being specific.
Yeah.
And I can't even remember like specifically when I watched it. It was like a week or 2 weeks ago because the last 2 weeks I like watched so much media.
Yeah, it's been a wave. It's been a wave.
My spare time, but I think I did it in 2 sessions. Like one episode 1 through 7, and then the remainder of them. And most of them were pretty good.
Yeah.
All were enjoyable. Most were pretty good. I will echo that I thought, like, man, if that had been how they had unveiled Concord was with that episode instead of like any trailer or something, I think people might have been a little bit more into it.
For
at least the concept. So it's like,
that one's cool.
You're gonna spend that big of a budget on the game. You might as well have like had that be your first introduction to it. It was way better. I mean, that CG trailer was expensive, but this was just a better concept.
Because look at what they did with Pac-Man. They showed it first there, got me hyped as hell, got people hyped, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, it's a thing, it's a game.
That's going to be crazy to have watched that first and then watch the Game Awards and be like, wait, I just watched this on Amazon.
Nuts.
Wait, it's a game now? What?
So
and like,
cool.
it's like the concept. I'll have to say, my favorite, maybe not my favorite one, but one I really liked, and of the first few episodes was definitely my favorite, was the New World one with Arnold as the king.
You love
who
that one?
shows up and like, but like stubbornness and like learning, you know, it to me, like the meta level is like in a video game where you have infinite time and infinite lives.
Yeah.
Even someone as stubborn as that can eventually learn a moral lesson about, oh, I'm the wrong one here. Oh, I'm, you know, I've been doing this wrong. I'm trying to avoid spoilers here. It's kind of stumbling over my words, but he learns a lesson. It's like, unlike in real life where there's sometimes you can just argue with someone over and over and they just will not get the message and you don't, like, you can't get it. It's like video games, like, well, maybe video games is a better place to try and do this. You know, a game can teach you the lesson because,
well,
you know,
said, Damiani.
repetition. I mean, that was the thing. It's like sometimes repetition is viewed as something that like used for practice to get better, but for teaching it teaches a lesson. So why not maybe do that for teaching someone like a different point of view? It's like you just keep forcing them to go through it over and over again, even if they're failing. Yeah, I like that one. And
nice.
The Arnold,
can we agree?
Arnold's character was pretty funny, I thought.
Can we agree that the PlayStation episode was absolute gutter trash?
I was like, what is, like, it was just like, if you want to, everyone who called out Astrobot for fan service, go watch this episode. And then you'll know what fan service is. Because I was like, this is a generic, this is like Wreck-It Ralph did it better, or like Ready Player One did it better, and that's like Ready Player One's not even good.
It was rough.
If Ready Player One does something better, then oh boy, that must be real bad.
That was like easily the worst. But the thing, there's got to be follow-ups, dude. There's got to be follow-up episodes of these because freaking Mega Man. There's no way that's all I'm getting. There's got to be more. And when that music kicks in, I was like, let's go. And I'm with you, dude. The Sifu one, man. Oh, that one, like, dude, that was pretty good.
And Armored Core was really, really good.
Did you find the pack?
There's got to be more of Armored Core for sure, right?
Yeah.
There's no way they're ending on that.
Keanu was so hyped about it. They showed behind the scenes of him, like, doing the mocap and everything.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Did you find the Pac-Man one super offensive now knowing that there is a game tied to it?
I mean, the concept, it was like fun. It felt, you know what it felt like? An episode of Black Mirror.
It
did
totally,
because the whole, like, without spoiling anything, because I mean, you've seen the game, so like you know some things, but there's a twist in the thing already that I think like isn't fully spoiled by the game trailer just yet. Okay. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, so Secret Level was fun. I had a fun time doing it. Nice. It was kind of awkward when everyone's like, family-wise, like, oh, so what's the cool new thing you're watching right now? And I'm like, Secret Level? What's that? Video game stuff? Oh, okay. We're like, they're not really, like, what else are you watching? I'm like, well, that was, like, so I must have just watched it right before Christmas then, because my brothers were asking me, like, what I was watching, and I said, I just watched this. It's so good. And they're like, oh, okay, because they're not really into that stuff, but... Like, and I had to tell them, like, I watched some more 30 for 30 ESPN episodes on Netflix. I was like, I watched some of those because they understand sports. They understand sports.
The new 24-person raid boss in Final Fantasy XIV, Damiani? What?
So okay,
We need a 14 check-in because it feels like we're a long way away from that like insane high that we were on with 14 a couple years ago. That peak when the whole world was obsessed with this expansion. It feels like everyone's kind of just biding their time.
It feels like what people with WoW might have gone through when it hit its highs, like during. I mean, I think people maybe disagree when WoW was probably at its highs. I'm not speaking from knowledge. I'm just speaking from hearsay.
Yeah.
That it felt like Wrath of the Lich King, or maybe the one right after it might have been like people viewed as like the last like really great one, and then it was downhill from there. Every game, like every MMORPG has had like its peak, and then it kind of begins its downward trend, and it kind of goes into that like maintenance mode is what people love to call it, where it's just like cruise control, and like everything's predictable. Everything's like on a set schedule and formula, and that's kind of where I think like 14 is like going right now, and that's where you're seeing some of the discontent where it's like, oh, is this just going to be the future of this game forever? Is just this predictable pattern of content and nothing's ever new or doesn't feel new anymore? And so that I think that's like, there's obviously a lot more to unpack than just that. And it would take a while to get into it, but I would say like there's still some like optimism about like they keep talking about like the next major patch. They'll come in like 3 more months. It's like, oh, there's so much content in it. Just wait for that one. And then like they even say like, oh, the next expansion's gonna have all this like the job system's getting completely like reworked and changed for every job. And it's like people are like, why not now? Like I think that's the thing. It's like right now people are like, we need stuff now. Why is there But anyway. Most recently, it was like a week and a half ago now, like a week from this past Tuesday, they dropped the first ever 24-person raid boss, just a boss. So there's content in the game that has 24 and even 48 people going through dungeons and fighting bosses. Yeah. But like this is specifically just an arena boss fight with 24 people, and it's like a 11 or 12 minute fight. Sure. And it's a version of a fight that existed in Realm Reborn. And it's from Final Fantasy III, the Cloud of Darkness, in the World of Darkness. Cool. So it's that famous boss, but it's called the Cloud of Darkness Chaotic. So it's 24 people, and
is it chaotic?
Yes, it is definitely chaotic because there is a mechanic in the fight where the arena changes at one point, and there are 2 outside platforms and a ring. There's a ring that connects those 2 platforms.
This sounds like a Squid Game, dude.
And then on the inner, then there's an inner square of tiles, like just like not a ring, but like a frame of tiles, basically. And if 2 people step on any tile, they vanish. You both fall and die. And the tile, if you stand on a tile for too long, it'll eventually alert you it's going to vanish, and you need to step off of it and then step back on it to you have to let it refresh, basically. You have to get off of it so the timer resets. And you got to do that while these mechanics are going on that force you to move and shuffle with 24 different people. So it's when you're doing it with 4 or 8 people, so this mechanic existed in an 8-person Savage fight a while ago, and it wasn't terrible, challenging, but people called it PvP tiles because people would always accidentally kill each other and you killed me, you jerk, and stuff like that. Now it's you got way more people running around them. So
that's fun. And then that sounds super fun.
Yeah. So it's basically. It's a tale, kind of I want to say I mean, not 2 cities here, but it kind of is, because this content was kind of advertised as being more maybe not quite casual oriented, but more broader player, having broader player appeal. And they really haven't released any numbers yet about participation, but the general vibe seems to be that people who already raid, who do more difficult content already, are eating this up. Nice. And for me, I was oh yeah, this is pretty good content. This is what's in the fight. I think this is pretty good. But for people who maybe haven't jumped into that content or have barely really tried it, I think this might be a little bit too much. And by their own admission, in the last live letter where they gave an update on 14's content schedule, they talked about this fight, and they said they were going for a certain difficulty level, and then they kind of accidentally overshot it for this one.
It feels like a good place. It feels like a good place to practice, though, for players that necessarily don't play that kind of content if it's only like 10 or 12 minutes.
Without getting convoluted, the step ladder of difficulties, you have the story content, which is meant to be completed by everyone. Like, like even if you fail, you can just there's like 4 different or 5 different difficulties that exist for story content. That like, if you ever failed like a story instance, it will actually go, do you just want to go to easy, which is basically just you're gonna win. Like just hit any button and you will win. So like that's meant to get through and like you not to be that difficult. Then there is like I would say like the dungeon for alliance raids that are 24 people, but like it's a big dungeon. That's like a step above like regular dungeon content. Then you have like the extreme trials. That is where I think is like the first barrier. Those are like the like Leviathan or Titan. Like those are the classic ones. Those summons. You fight them with like 8 people. Yeah. And that's like kind of like the first gateway. And then from there you can go to like Savage raiding with 8 people. Then there's ultimate difficulty with 8 people. And since then they've added like things in between here and there. We don't really need to get into it. And that's kind of been like the progression of it, is that you go story content to maybe you do like post-game alliance raids and get used to that. And then you maybe try an EX trial. And if you like that, you keep going up and up. And then that's how this is. This was meant to be something between, I like doing the 24-person alliance raids. Those aren't too challenging, but they might be a little difficult for some people. And the EX one's like, this can be a little bit too hard for me, but I've tried them a few times. It was supposed to be like in between. And this is definitely, I mean, for the general player base, I would say this is probably like on the harder end of like maybe the hardest EX fights they've ever made. Nice. And maybe quite a savage fight. I think some people are definitely overreacting right now. It's still new.
Classic.
And there's a lot of like, so this is also proving a lot of things. Like we don't need to spend too much time on the difficulty. The important thing is here, there are people having a lot of fun and there are people who are miserable about this and like just getting really upset. And you're seeing, at least in like the English speaking community, so much toxicity. Oh, no. So like you have good vibes and you have bad vibes, man. You have like the so many people like yelling and like you have like that, like it's like a microcosm of like everything. It's like, oh god, like this is I always say like some of 14's content is like a reflection of our current like regional cultures and stuff like that. So this fight kind of like shows it, because people are like, they're not arguing.
Let's get into that.
Yeah, like on JP they're not arguing like us over here in NA and stuff like that, but apparently that's not entirely true. But honestly, there's stuff that's meant to be like frustrating, and I get it. Like part of the points of failure with this, I see people getting upset, is you need to get 24 people together. And then there are a lot of like failure points in this version of this fight that are, I would say they probably should have considered maybe not making those points of failure. Like body checks. Like if you don't have like all 24 people alive, it's very unlikely you're going to overcome a certain mechanic. And that's where a lot of people get upset about, like, oh no, we did this, and like someone always fails this part and then we just can't do anything about it. And then obviously the time investment, it takes, time to get those people together and practice, and also people not being entirely honest about where they are in the progression of that fight. So when you make a recruitment post on the Party Finder system saying, hey, looking for people who've made it to this mechanic or further, and
fibbing on their resumes.
Exactly, like looking for that carry. They're like, I'm just gonna join up and like fake it till I make it. Yeah. And then you cause all these wipes, and you're like, sorry, and like you waste everyone's time. Yeah. And then when people start leaving, it's like a trickle effect. Other people start bailing, and then like you're playing like hot potato, going back and forth between different groups, and it can get like demoralizing when you've spent
Destiny
hours
Raid
and
flashbacks.
you don't. When you spend hours and you don't really see any progress in the fight. Yeah. And again, this is, as I said, Huber, like this is a lot of people's first experience at this type of content, and so when they're having those negative experiences, like, oh dear, I'm not even going to try anything else from this for sure. Yeah.
Sick. Well, divisive content is always really interesting, especially when it's around difficulty. I love that.
I think they have some good rewards for it, though. I'll say that.
That's key. If something's hard, you got to reward them.
They make some adjustments, but it's pretty good.
Nice.
Pretty good
and then lastly, Damiani, very excited to talk to you about this. I know you put a lot of time into this. So hyped. Dragon Quest III, dude. tell us.
HD 2D, yeah.
Yes, tell us your thoughts, because I know you've played Dragon Quest in the past, but like, is this the first time you've like gone this hard and finished it all the way through?
Well, let me say this, Huber.
Yeah,
you're gonna love this little anecdote real quick. Yes,
Yeah.
This might be the most hours I put into any Dragon Quest yet,
dude. 10 out of fucking 10 game right
I'm
here.
gonna say this, Huber. There is a troll with the difficulty system.
What does that mean?
Easiest difficulty mode is called like Draki mode, which is like you can't die.
I fucked with Draconic.
That's the hardest.
That was
one.
me. That's me.
Hardest.
That's why I'm like. That's why this game's gonna take me a year to beat.
There's a post-game dungeon.
Yeah, dude.
That you can go to that you're supposed to be a certain level.
Yeah.
Before you should even try it.
Yeah.
You can, and there's some fights you can't escape from.
Yeah.
And so you can get locked into a fight where you can't die, and you're just whiffing attacks, or you can't even attack for like multiple turns. I just tried. I wanted to see how long it would go. It's like it would end. I think a fight against one of these. It's like their version of a mimic. It was Pandora's box.
Yeah.
2 hours and 40 minutes.
What?
And I didn't do it at once. I just like over a few days just kept hitting the A button, like, doing work. I'm like, all right, let's see how far I get.
And this is on Draki mode?
Because they were so low level. I like didn't understand you need to be like level 90 or something to be in there. And I didn't know where I saved. And I'm like, and honestly, the autosave was right before it. I literally could have saved myself a headache. I'm not. This is not a negative against the game. I'm just saying this is hilarious that like in a certain situation, the easiest difficulty actually became the most difficult because you got it's like endurance mode. Like, are you really gonna put up with that? I'm almost like, can you just like say no next time and be like,
so funny.
You're too low level for this battle. Just get out of here. Like, I'll take a warning message next time. It's cool. Rather than get stuck. I was like, what? Because like, man, we're gonna get a ton of experience and power level.
Like a million XP.
Got nothing, dude. It was like the game's like, nah, you're good. You get nothing for that. Because there's not even an item. It's a fake item chest. So like, there's no item in there for you, and it's like no good experience. I was like, what is this game?
That is insane.
Why would you troll me?
That's so good, dude. I know your history of JRPGs is long and historic, and I know you love these old school, like classic JRPGs. Do you like Final Fantasy, 1 through 6, and even the new HD 2D games. But where do you think Dragon Quest 3 stands against the classics?
This is, there's definitely some things that are like a product of that era of games where things might feel a little too like cryptic.
Yeah.
Like they have a whole thing where you can like save. Excuse me, it's called recall, where you can hit a button and save the last NPC's line of dialogue, their whole conversation. And you kind of have to use that to remember clues. Hours later, it's like, oh, didn't someone say something about this? Because now this NPC is talking about this might be my next objective. And you might, it's very open. You do have to hit certain things to progress. But this felt like way more comprehensive than any Final Fantasy up to like maybe like 5 or 6. I was like, dang, this is like insane how much freedom I have here, but also how much they're like trusting you to like, you have to find these 6 orbs. It's like, go walk around and go to towns and talk to people. Maybe someone's a clue. And then I found like there's an item that will like alert you if you use it that there might be one nearby. I was like, and it's an optional item and an optional dungeon. I was like, wait, what? You just come across stuff like, what is this? And like, you're just exploring, and it's like, maybe these enemies are too difficult. Like, I'll come back, but let me mark that down and keep track of that. So it's very much that style, and I would say like it's kind of like cranked up a bit from what we may be used to. And like, but the quality of life things in here definitely make this way more approachable compared to maybe like the OG version. I didn't even play the OG version. So this, like, the visuals alone, it's like, damn, I love looking at this.
I know.
I'm enticed to explore. I'm enticed to go to towns and talk to people. We already went over, I already played on Switch. I already said my piece about the Switch version. We don't need to go back to that. But it still looks good, even then, like what they were going for at that, which is Huber. 2 things. One, I think Square Enix absolutely... No, they need to keep making more of these types of games.
Yeah.
they need to like go back to Final Fantasy 1 through 6 and do Final Fantasy 1 through 6 HD 2D.
Yeah.
After no one let Dragon Quest do it
Straight
first
up.
because they're rolling right now. And then when you're
1 and
ready
2
for
are
them
coming.
to go back, like Final Fantasy 4 and 6
Oh my
HD
God.
2D, 6 HD 2D will be like bonkers sales.
Yeah.
5 million sales easily right there. Chrono Trigger HD 2D,
Dude.
10 million sales
Yes.
right there. You know what? Huber, I'm going further. Once the remake trilogy is done, give us Final Fantasy 7 HD 2D. Take all those
That would
3D
be
backgrounds
insane.
and just make them that way. Like just make it 1-1.
I wonder
like,
if people would
with
be
that.
pissed. Like, dude, it's too much. 7.
Yeah, and it's never enough 7.
Never enough 7. Yeah.
There's never enough 7.
I agree.
There's never enough 7. So like, yeah, that is like the possibilities here. And someone's like, I remember someone asked me, don't you think they're gonna wear out HD 2D if they keep doing it? It's like, dude, this is the
Timeless.
answer. Too many like this is not a knock. This is not a knock against indie games, but like indie games kind of have like a stranglehold on pixel art right now. It's like that's their domain, and like you're not really gonna like outshine anything on there. You're not gonna like stand out too much. I feel like it's very difficult to stand out when there's so many games doing that sprite based or pixel based art, and then they don't want to go super high budget anymore on certain games. So it's like that those ballooning development costs. These look amazing, and it like blends like the old a bit with the new. Like this is like that middle ground. I think that this is like just keep going with this.
Yeah.
Like they
And
did
I
with
love
Starshin, Second Departure R. Like please just keep doing this. Like go to the Super Nintendo and PlayStation 1 catalog and go nuts. Even if it's you don't have to remake any of the OG ones. You can just make sequels like this, please. Like I'll even take a brand new Final Fantasy that looks like this.
That'd be so sick.
That would be pretty
Yeah.
sick.
I always say that about Resident Evil. It's like give me an old school fixed camera Resident Evil. Like make a old game in
mean,
modern times.
if they ever are gonna do tactics, you know,
Yeah.
like, the original kind of was 2D,
Yeah.
2D sort of,
totally.
but like do that.
That's,
I agree.
that is my theory right now. I told a friend this. This is why we have not seen Final Fantasy Tactics Remastered yet. It was in the leak. It's why it's not been revealed, because that team saw that HD 2D like, oh
let's
my
go.
God. They're
Let's
like,
go,
oh shit.
Damiani.
We got to start over and use that.
Yeah.
So it started over. It's still real,
Frick,
but they're
dude.
making it HD 2D, and it's going to look fantastic when it shows off, rather than making it like, I don't know, HD PlayStation 2 looking or some crap like
right.
Lastly,
we
because
don't
I'm
know
sure we will be discussing this game in depth during Goaties, but lastly, what do you think of the combat?
Oh, so yeah, I this is the second point, Huber. I thought it was a fantastic throwback
we gonna give a
and a
remake
reminder of what Square Enix. This is Enix, but also Square was doing this with the older like with Final Fantasy 3 and 5. The teams really need to take a look at these games, because I didn't know 3 was like this. They need to look back at these games, the job system, the vocation system in this one, and having like the stats, like adding the seeds of strength. In any other RPG, it's like buff your HP, buff your strength. It's like, okay, it's like for scaling and stuff. Like I think the most complex I can remember is like in Pokemon for like the EV, IV training stuff that I can't even like get into because I don't know it. But this one, it's not just for that. There's like the personalities, and you can like influence personalities by like giving someone a certain job. When they're on a certain job, if you give them a certain amount of stat bonuses, they'll change personalities.
Yeah, it's
and then
crazy.
personalities govern how your stats. And I was like, oh my God, people
Yeah.
would go nuts if this is all cryptic and they had to
Min-max.
solve all this
Shut
and
up.
figure it out and talk amongst each other. I was like, bring this back. Like the next Final Fantasy 17 needs to look at this. Make your job and battle system look
I
at
love
this
that.
stuff. It doesn't have to be
Evolve that.
turn-based necessarily, but like, please look at these. These are what people mean when they're talking about RPG systems.
That is
When they
cool,
talk about
Damiani.
Final Fantasy.
I never even thought about
this.
like,
Doesn't exist
evolving that.
anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Epic.
can you imagine like a modern Final Fantasy that has like a full ass job system?
Yes.
Sick. Or shit, like an action RPG with a job system?
Yes. Dragon's Dogma 2.
It's
Kinda. We had
Oh,
jobs.
yeah.
We had those jobs in there.
Yeah, fully.
It's also crazy in this game when you change a job, you go back to level 1, but like it halves your stats. So like you want to get up to a high enough level, and then you have it, but then like you kind of power level
Yeah.
when you go back down to level 1, and that's like that's part of the thing is figuring out how to like pick a path of jobs, and like you'll get certain skills, and then you get certain like growth rates on stats, and people are like, that is the way. And like, like the people who figured out the meta, when I looked it up afterwards, like, oh shit, there's like so much depth to this system.
So much
like,
depth in Dragon Quest. I was
like, yeah, this is pretty cool. And like, again,
so many numbers.
The map exploration. This must be like one of the like best examples of an old school RPG map where there's so much crap hidden around, and it's like so much optional stuff to like environments. They have like the monster catching. You can find like,
dude,
and it's
my favorite.
Was this in the original day-night cycle? Because
monsters are new. I know that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's a brilliant idea because they not only are they hidden within a lot of different places, and you can get abilities to be alerted to know they're around. And there's a job, Monster Wrangler, which will bypass certain requirements to even capture them, which is sick.
So fun.
There's like
that class is so fun.
But like some of the requirements are time of day. And when I first looked up, I was like, I need to find one. Let me just look up a hint. It's like, wait, they can only appear at night or dusk or dawn or something. Like, what? I was like, okay, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Wait, they just put a Pokemon into this?
It's pretty basic. Like you'll see a monster on the map, and then
there's
you can,
a monster
go to it because it's random battles. But if you
Yeah.
see one on the map, it means it's like you can
just
get it.
Capturable.
You just have to approach it either with a Monster Wrangler, you'll guaranteed capture it, or you might have to use like
silence your footsteps.
or use an item that cover like
That's cool.
It's so fun.
Can you summon them in
like,
battle
mask
then
your
if you're a monster?
So there's a
Wrangler?
monster arena where you pick 3 monsters
And
for
they
a team,
fight. Win
and they
shit.
go against
God.
multiple sets of monsters and a
Monster
monster,
Rancher,
and there's like
dude.
really good, really good rewards for that.
So fun.
And yeah, it like there's a lot to this, and it's really good. There's something else I was gonna say that I completely forgot now. But I mean, I really appreciate like what they were doing with this game, and these the extra systems they like tactile. Oh, the reference, Huber, Kira Toriyama like fan fest here, baby. The going to the heavens, the Snake Road at one
Snake
point,
Way,
doing
dude.
the Kami.
Snake Way,
dude.
dude.
This is just Dragon Ball. It just becomes Dragon Ball at
Straight
one point.
up.
I was like, they're just literally
Straight
doing
up.
Dragon Ball. It's like, okay, guys.
Oh, Toriyama,
but I mean, it's
shout out.
obviously a nod. So
Hell yeah.
I like it. Yeah.
So good. One of these days I will beat it. I just slowly grind this. Every once in a while I'll just pick it up, grind a few levels, make a little progress, sit it back down. It's just my little comfort game.
It seems cozy.
Yeah, it's so cozy. Just chipping away. All right, Damiani, thank you so much for catching us all up on your break. Isla is next.
Uh-oh.
Isla, tell us about Wilmot's Warehouse board game.
Oh.
What is that about?
Yeah, very briefly. So they made a board game of Wilmot's Warehouse,
Which is
a great, fun indie game that Gabby loves it.
nice.
In Wilmot's Warehouse, you are a little guy and you're working at a warehouse and you get stuff in. It's like, little shapes and like whatever.
Yeah.
And you basically have to, and then you'll have customers coming that's like, okay, I want this thing, and this thing, right? And then you have to basically, the kind of project of the game is coming up with your own sort of systems of organization and like
This
memory
sounds addicting.
to organize your warehouse so that you can remember where everything is, like
Sounds
these
really
random weirdo trinkets.
Yeah.
So that if someone asks for a blue circle with a line coming off of it, you're like, okay, I put that over there with the other stuff that look like bombs or whatever.
Yeah.
And like you come up with your own ideas. And so they came out with a board game called Wilmot's Warehouse, same name as the original game. And I was like, how are they going to do this? You know? And basically what it is you play with, I played with 5 people, I think. Yeah. And you take turns taking out a prompt or whatever. And the prompt will say all of the items today have to abide by this rule, basically. Like they have to be Western themed or they have to be, some of them are like that direct where it's like, it's this theme today. And then you each take turns taking a tile, and it's a tile placement memory game. So you take a tile, you all look at it, and you go like, okay, that looks like a mountain, kind of like a sand dune. So you put that in the center, and you say like, or you put that on a square, and you say, okay, this is the sand dune. And then you see another one that's like okay, that looks kind of like the revolver of a gun. So there's a cowboy with a gun is here. And then you get like a star and you're like, okay, that's the sheriff shooting the gun off the top of the mountain. And so you're putting these tiles down and organizing them in a way that you can remember later what they are, because at the end of each card, after everyone's laid a tile, the person who's the foreman that day like runs through the story of what you've said so far and says, okay, this one's the...
Can you team up against the foreman?
Dunes. No, the foreman, it's cooperative.
Oh, okay.
So the foreman will be like, okay, this one's the sand dunes, this one's the revolver, this one's the sheriff, this one's the cactus with the bird on it, And then that's helping everyone remember where they all are, because you're not looking at them ever again.
Whoa.
When you...
I'd be terrible
once you put them down. It's crazy.
I would be terrible.
It was, it got into... But then it got really tough because one of the prompts was rotate the board 180 degrees. And so we had to just turn the board over. So
God,
it reversed all of our... Because we were like, okay, he's shooting down off the mountain. And then we're like, okay, now he's shooting up off the mountain. Like, what?
Oh my God.
And then, certain things, and it goes from there. And each person rotates being the foreman. So you're the one who kind of has to tell the story of the whole board each time. But it's also helping everyone remember. It feels like you can have a lot of pressure on you if you're not great at memory stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I could imagine like it could feel kind of, but it was a really cool idea and generally well-regarded game. It was pretty fun. And then at the end you have to take their cards that match all the tiles.
Yeah.
And there are more tiles than we used in the game, And so you go through and you go like, you split up the pile and you're like, okay, I don't think we had these. Mm-hmm. Okay, that one is this one, but you don't look. Yeah. And you put down the image on top of the tile of what you think it is. And if you're right, you get, that part's timed. So it's like, if everyone does it really quickly, you get a better score.
That sounds so fun.
Without mistakes.
Nice.
So it was really fun. It was cool. And like they successfully, I would say, translated the feeling of the board game or the video game to a board game. Which is always really cool. Like Gab, I think you would love this one. It's really cool.
Sick.
But yeah.
I played Ticket to Ride for the first time with my family.
I have cousins that are obsessed.
So fun!
Obsessed with that, and I've never played it.
It is ridiculously fun. Super simple. So fun. Like 10 out of 10 fun. I must have said, this is really fun. Like 25 times when we were playing. Just like, man, this is really fun.
That's funny.
Yeah. Really fun.
I played a board game with my, wait, did I never send that? Huh. I played a board game with my cousins, the same cousin who likes Ticket to Ride, called Clask.
Clask.
Where it's like hockey.
Clask.
It's got two little holes in the ice on the ends, basically. 3 little magnetic biscuits in the middle, and a ball. And you have a little. It looks like a tall like pawn or story piece on top, but you're controlling it with a magnet thing from the bottom.
Whoa.
So you're moving it around, and if you go too fast, you'll pull it off, because it's through a board. If you make it fall into the little circle, you lose a point, or the enemy gains a point.
Yeah.
If you get 2 of the little biscuits that connect to your piece, because your piece is magnetic, they gain a point. And then you're trying to get the ball in their goal.
So you gotta,
it is so much fun.
That sounds fun.
We played it. They played it like one... Oh, shit. Sorry, my friend's very cool grandma passed away.
Damn it.
Whom I really liked.
Fuck. Rip to grandma.
Playing this game was really fun, and like I was in the middle of the first time playing it, and Sophia was like, "We got to get this," and I was like, "I already ordered it." I was like, "Yeah, I already ordered it on Amazon.
It's already on the way.
It showed up today." Yeah, Clask, dude.
Hell yeah. I got you down here for Ballionaire.
Yeah, so 1.0 came out on Ballionaire.
Is this what we played?
It's the pachinko.
Oh, this game rips.
Here, Don's calling up some footage.
Now it's fully out?
Fully out, dude. Yeah, so if anything,
so fun.
If anything, the demo for this is too generous.
Yeah,
because,
we played forever.
Because like you had a lot of content in that demo.
Yeah.
And like, there's a lot of content in the main game too. So like, do get the main game if you like it. And like, I think my progress carried over because like stuff that I had unlocked in the demo seemed to be unlocked in the main game. And there's like, other boards and like, there's like a aquarium board and like a slot machine board, and there's unlocks, dude, on a slot machine.
Dude.
There's like a pinwheel board, or not a pinwheel, but like a Ferris wheel board that's rotating constantly, so you can't count on something being up or down.
That's wild.
It's hard.
Yeah.
You come to realize that the main, pyramid-shaped board is like pretty easy.
Yeah, the starter.
Comparatively. But like,
That's good. They get more intense as you go on. I like that.
The fish one, I think all the balls go up from the bottom. It's a bonkers game, and it's really fun. Like, this is a good game.
Yeah.
Ballionaire's sick.
Did it come out?
It came out on like December 10th.
There you go.
1.0.
Squeaking in for the real goatees,
Squeaked in,
brought to you
dude.
by Easy Allies, because we take our time.
Actual goatees, dude.
Yeah.
We don't
Excellent.
phone it in November.
Exactly. Ballionaire
We do
hype.
vote on the other ones, but Ballionaire is really fun, and like it feels really good. I was on the plane to the Midwest, listening to Wind and Truth, the new Brandon Sanderson book. Just
How
playing
is it?
Ballionaire. It's great. Playing Ballionaire with no volume for like 6 hours, or 3 or 4, or whatever that plane ride was. Excellent. Fantastic.
Hell yeah.
It takes just enough of your attention that your like brain is doing something, but I can still
Yeah.
pay attention to the.
A nice companion piece to Balatro, Ballionaire.
Yeah,
There
those
you
are the
go.
two I played on the plane.
Boom.
I would switch between Ballionaire and Balatro.
Nailed it.
The year of Ball,
That's right.
and I would have I always have a movie on the plane with no sound and
like
subtitles
Madam
on.
Web levels of...
Just anything. Usually I'll put on like Moonlight or like stuff I've seen before. Like
yeah.
not exactly comfort movies, I guess, but stuff that marks the time.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I took
Love
a
it.
test over the break to see if I had ADD or ADHD, and I don't.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Everyone thinks they do.
No, yeah, but like, because what made me think of it is like I'm on a plane playing a Steam Deck, listening to a book, and watching
Yes,
a movie
yes.
at the same time. I got an active mind, I guess. I don't know.
That's
but,
some multitasking right there.
yeah. Because I'm kind of paying attention to all three, but yeah. Anyway, whatever. Ballionaire is sick.
Ballionaire, check
Get
it
it,
out.
dude. It's worth it. If you like randomness that you can only kind of influence, Ballionaire. If you like pachinko, dude. If you're Nicolas Cage
we
out
love
here,
pachinko here.
yeah, get it. Ballionaire.
Next up, you've talked about it a little bit, but I'm sure you're
See-
like into it now.
I've basically beaten it, but like I should have
Warframe.
brought. So Warframe sent me like an amazing like care package
Nice.
for Warframe 99. They sent me. I'll bring it and I'll show it sometime.
Yeah.
But they sent a JanSport backpack.
Yo,
With like
that is so
with
1999.
like patches,
Perfect.
patches on it already, like sewn onto it, like from the game.
Yeah.
And they weathered it to make it look like it was from the 90s. And it had Pogs in there, dude.
No
it had
way.
fucking like a battery thing. It had a Pog mat. At least we think that's what it is because it's like too hard to be a mouse pad. And they already gave me a big mouse pad before, but like. I don't know. Thanks, Warframe.
Hell yeah.
It's like
Did I send you a
really fun
video?
stuff. 2 different sunglasses, a CD of Online, the boy band.
Did I send you a video of the motorcycle in this, like speed running a level?
I mean,
I meant to send you
I've
it.
used the motorcycle in this.
They're
one.
like-
you can use it in other levels too, in like the
Yeah,
open world areas.
someone is on a motorcycle in this game, and they're literally flying through the
Oh, yeah.
level, like bouncing
he's on the
around,
motorcycle right
like grinding. Like it was.
You can jump with the motorcycle. Yeah,
It was fucking nuts.
I mean, Warframe is a very very fast game
Yeah.
generally, and that's why I love it. But like one of the many reasons why I love it. But Warframe 99 is their best content so like to
Ever,
date, like
ever.
for sure.
The
Like
culmination of
you-
Warframe.
You definitely have to like be caught up.
Yeah. Steep.
To even get to it, you have to be through the probably for sure the New War, but
Yeah.
also I assume Whispers in the Walls because that's what leads into this.
I think what blows
but-
me away is how visually good it looks for such an old game.
Well, it's funny because
Blows me
like,
away every time I see it.
It's funny because like Angels of the Zeramon, Whispers in the Walls, and now this they have been looking better, and like
Right.
they did kind of do graphic overhauls of the whole game, like 14, like every number of years, But like you can just tell like the level design, the like level of detail on everything in this expansion or whatever you want to call it, free update. It's so much higher.
Yeah,
like
it
the
looks
fidelity
crazy.
is like so much higher than everything else. in the last like 3 updates that like going back to other stuff, you're like, okay, yeah, I can tell this came out originally like 10 years ago or whatever. It still fits and it feels good, but like it is kind of funny. But yeah, Warframe 99 is excellent.
You finished the campaign of
I finished it, yeah. The way it works is kind of interesting. I don't want to spoil too much, and like the story wouldn't make sense unless you've played everything else anyway, but like it's basically kind of like a year gets placed into stasis, and that's 1999, and so like yeah, and like there's a lot of other story stuff that's
trippy.
That's into it, and there's a dating system for the first time in Warframe. You can date these 6 NPCs. You can pick one to be your like partner or whatever, and then they'll like show up in your little hub area, and it's fucking awesome.
That rules.
And like all the dialogue is really good. I actually felt really bad because I accidentally told Amir that he's annoying because I just clicked the wrong thing. My like the like controller just went down too far, and I told him he was annoying, and I was like, "Fuck no!" And like. Because I'm at the end of the I'm like at the end of the content and I have to do this stuff to like progress the year. There's like no more dialogue with them right now for me because I'm like current, you know? And so like we haven't talked since.
Oh my God.
And I kind of just want to be like, Amir,
guilty?
no, I love you. Everything's fine. Like I'm at best friend level with all of them and it's like whatever. But no, but it's really good. The characters are really good. The writing is like surprisingly good and deep.
It's awesome.
And something that's really fun about it and really interesting about it is because you're playing as, I mean, it's Warframe. You're playing as a version of your whatever.
Some Matrix shit.
You're playing as a character that is you, whatever, and whatever. And it's really interesting because like all the crazy shit that has happened, you know, these characters will be like, hey, so what's your greasy like space trauma, like tell me about like what's the worst thing that's ever happened or whatever. And then your character, you can just say like outright just like, yeah, so this and this and this happened, and like, you know, it's like an insane series of things, but like they just speak it plain, which is really interesting because like the story of Warframe is pretty complicated and like pretty weird and like really bizarre in how it does everything, and that's part of why I like it. But it's really refreshing to just have a character be like, yeah, this is what happened to me. And I was like, okay, so that is what happened. Like, that's what I thought, you know, but like, okay, I'm glad you spelled it out. So it's kind of fun to have people just chatting to each other. And like the music is really good.
What's the end game like?
It's good. You just kind of like, it's similar to everything else in Warframe where it's like you're trying to get your rep up with the Hex, which is these guys. And like, so
just go on missions.
Right now, I'm bouncing between all this stuff. There's a PvPvE kind of mode in this where you race other players to like complete objectives, which is new for Warframe. They haven't had a PvPvE kind of thing before. You're not actually fighting other players.
Yeah,
you're just racing. It's like Gambit kind of.
Yeah.
Which is cool. But yeah, generally just like the area is really good. The new enemies, there's 2 new like enemy factions, the Skaldra and the Tekrot, and those are both really fun to fight. They have really cool, weird enemies. And the story's not really done yet. They have more stuff that's going to get put into it. Like, the stuff with the boy band isn't really in there yet. Yeah, I don't know. Warframe is sick as hell. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Hell yeah.
I haven't seen that cutscene where they hold hands.
Damn.
And I'm worried, because, like, I have...
Content.
Because I'm dating one of them, and, like, she's in my, you know, like, apartment or whatever. You know, she stands there and you can talk to each other.
Yeah.
And then the writing is really good, but there's no like cutscenes together that I've seen so far. But like in that trailer, they hold hands.
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck.
Letty looks like the lady in Blade Runner.
She does, yeah. She has that kind of hair, that kind of coif.
Hell yeah.
Hair.
When she's smoking the cigarette in her eyes, dude, that's like my favorite shot in any movie ever.
How do you do? I like read about how to do that.
God.
That effect with someone's eyes. I don't remember how to do it, but
so sick.
There is a way to do it.
Dude, every fucking time I see it, Warframe's like Genshin Impact, where every single time I see it, I want to play it. Every single time.
It's
every single time. And it's just like, I can't. I've got a million other hours of things to play.
They've streamlined a lot of it. So like getting to, because you basically have to get through New War. And like the game starts getting good at Nata, like narratively good at a mission called Nata. And like you just gotta get to it.
Yeah.
And like for me and for like my friend Jack, like we were both just interested in the game and like we liked the kind of breadcrumbs that were happening. We were like, what the hell's this story about? Like, this is weird, you know?
Yeah.
But I know that for some people that just doesn't work. They need like a more emotional hook, like pretty much right away. And that stuff comes weirdly
like later
on. I mean, it's kind of when Reb took over as the creative director and they were like, hey, we should have a cohesive story probably. And then they're like, okay, yeah, let's do that. Cool. So it's like, you know, it's pretty clear like that is sort of when things started kind of changing. But like, yeah, it like I think it's good from the jump.
Yeah.
But it does just get better and better and better and better and better. And like, it's crazy because like I'm always the one who rails against this kind of thought process, but it's like 15, 20 hours in there, you know, it's real good. It's real good, you know.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., dude. You got to get to episode like 15.
Like Witcher 3, you play the first 92 hours and then it gets good, you know. It's like, okay, I'll take your word for it. But yeah.
Love it.
I'm more than 400 hours into Warframe, Steel Path, everything, and like, yeah, it's
still good.
Still good.
Any game that can give you that many hours of fun is A+.
Yeah.
Lastly, really excited to talk to you about this one.
Yeah.
The Thing Remastered.
Okay.
Because we've played the original.
Yeah. A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And I just jumped into it today. So it's like fresh, but I was only ever able to play like an hour or something like that. But like
I've heard the quality of life improvements in this game are amazing for this version.
I mean, I don't recall the old one because I think we played it on a stream like once.
Yeah.
And like I don't think I was driving, but
PS2 game.
PS2 game. Night Dive Studios has done it again. From the first little bit of it that I played, everything seems to be in order. You know, like we presumed it was new voice acting because it's like really good, but yeah, really cool, kind of crazy, like because that's Childs right there. You know, like it takes place right after The Thing.
Yeah,
it's these like American soldiers coming to be like, hey, what happened?
What happened here?
And they go to the American base and the Norwegian base. It's cool because the main guy's like, I'm the only one who speaks Norwegian. If we see anybody, you know, I got to be there. You know? I'm like, well, that's fun because, you know, my wife's Norwegian.
Yeah.
Lots of mechanics introduced up top.
Hardcore
like,
game.
Holy crap. I was like, do I want to get in on this right now when I only have 2 hours to like look at it?
Stress meter or something.
There's stress meters, there's cold exposure meters, there's trust meters. You can give your crewmates your weapons, and like I had given the medic a pistol that I had found
perfect
at the beginning of the game, but then later on I was required by a tutorial to give this new guy at the Norwegian base a gun to like get him to trust me, but the only gun I had was my only gun. Yeah. So I gave him my gun, and so I couldn't fight.
Dude.
So I just had to be like giving him ammo and being like staying behind him and being like, get him. Like
it's insane.
And then this other guy was there, and you know, like they have AI, like not new evil AI, but like old school video game AI. Where like the characters think for themselves and they have, you know, like they'll trust you or they'll not trust you, you know, and if you're mean to them or if you give them a weapon and stuff, they'll trust you more and stuff. And so I found 2 guys at the Norwegian base so far, and one of them just kept going like, "Where's my weapon? Hey, where's my weapon?" And I'm like, "I don't have one.
I don't have it.
I don't have any guns.
Leave me alone.
Look at me. Do I have a weapon? No."
Stabs you in the back.
It's just like, I hate you. It's like, okay, you're the Thing.
Shout out to the Thing X-Files episode when you're on like the base.
Yeah.
10 out of 10. You taught me on here. Yeah.
I just rewatched that one.
So good.
I just rewatched that one like a month or 2 ago.
So good.
But yeah, like they have, it's a different voice actor, but they have like the exact line for line tape recording that McCready leaves, like you can find in the game.
So
and like
rad,
you find the state of everything is basically as it was at the end of the movies, even for the Norwegian base. So it's like, if you're a fan of the movie, this is like really cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you're going around, you have like little objectives. You have to like plant the C4 here or like find keys to this place over here.
I remember getting so stuck in this game.
You can get so, because it does not hold your hand, really. And I don't know if these were in the original, but like it comes up with like these pretty comprehensive tooltips where you have to do some reading, you know.
Yeah.
And like I was like, I'm glad it's like daytime and I'm caffeinated because I'm like, holy crap, I'm having to read like 7 of these things in a row, and I'm like, what is happening? But yeah, I mean, the vibes are right. Obviously, I'm only an hour.
That was straight up John Carpenter,
in.
by the way, that character.
I know. I think it must have been Bob. That looks like John Carpenter. But yeah, this game seems interesting,
Yeah,
dude.
it's
I don't
great.
know.
So great. Hell yeah, Thing Remastered. I never finished it back in the day. I just because I had it on PS2. I still have it, but I just always would fumble around.
Yeah,
you
I mean,
know?
it seems like one of those where you're gonna need to like, either take your time, settle in, like try to figure out, because it's like a systems based. You have to maintain the trust of your guys. Like, it really does seem like they're setting up the paranoia element where it'll work for you, the player, to be like, yeah, I don't know. Like, because the first guy I met at the Norwegian base, he's injured and whatever. And like, even in my head, I'm just like, all right, well, this guy's the thing. Like,
yeah.
This guy's got to be the thing.
I don't trust it. I don't trust anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even then I gave him my gun because I kind of had to, and he's shooting little guys, but I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't
Playing
know.
possum.
It's like, yeah.
Trust no one.
Just
Fuck
no
Smolder.
one, dude. I want to believe.
Hell yeah.
Seems good.
Hell yeah, Isla. Good stuff. Gabby time. Gabby's been
Gabby
playing.
time.
Gabby has been playing an obscene amount of Balatro. How many hours are we up to, Gabby?
She's getting to the mic.
I want to know
getting over
how
to the
many
mic.
hours you have.
I got
logged.
Balatro on because I mostly played it on my Steam Deck, but then I had it on my phone, and I got a trial of Apple Arcade when I got my phone.
Yeah.
So I was playing it on that, but then I didn't renew Apple Arcade, so then I just bought Balatro for $9.99 or whatever.
Nice.
But then it didn't keep my progress.
No.
So I've got 3 different progressions of Balatro that I've... Oh, whatever. Are you to the mic yet?
Yes.
Nice.
I'm definitely over 500 hours now.
Oh my God.
That's more hours of Balatro than I have in Warframe.
That is wild.
Incredible.
That is wild.
Yeah, I played it a lot. Well, it's something I can play while like listening to my audiobook or listening to podcasts and stuff. So
Yeah.
It's a great multitasking game
I
for
do
sure.
it like before I go to bed. I'm playing Balatro. Yeah.
And you, what is your holiday progress of Balatro look like? Are you done? Have you done everything in the game?
No,
What is
of course
left?
not.
What is left to do?
I have gold on 2 of the decks.
That's all the unlocks or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Okay, so
then-
getting gold on every deck is like the true.
Well, and you have to
Yeah.
unlock every
Capper.
Joker and every
I did
voucher
all that. I
and
unlocked
every
every
card.
Joker.
and-
Yeah. All
okay.
that I've done. The only thing I have left to do
is get
get
gold on the
everything.
decks.
I think in order to truly 100% it, I think you need to use every Joker in a winning run or something.
Holy shit.
Whoa! How the
not at once,
hell?
Not at
That
once,
sounds
not
imp-
at once.
That sounds literally impossible. How the hell would you
sounds
use
impossible.
150 Jokers?
No,
That's
not at once. I mean, like over time.
But in one run?
but in
No,
one run.
not at once. That's what
Oh.
I'm saying.
We're not saying at once, but we're saying, because you said in one winning run.
No. So you have losing runs and you have winning runs. So if you use a Joker only in a losing run, that doesn't count. You have to use it
okay.
I get
in
it.
a winning
I get it.
So historically,
I get it.
you have to have one
Using every.
Using every
while
single
using
Joker.
I
every
get it.
Joker,
Yes.
but not in one consecutive.
Got it.
Okay, because at first I was like, that's not possible.
Yeah.
No, that's not possible at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
We're following now. How do you get the Friends of Jimbo shit? Because there's like Warframe Jokers or
Oh,
cards.
you
and
literally
whatever.
just go to settings and then you can change like
Oh, really?
Yeah.
yeah.
They're all right there.
Yes.
Witcher and Dave the Diver.
I was like looking
and-
on the shop. I was like, where's the fucking, like, how do you buy this?
Yeah, just
But
they
it's free, dude?
Yeah, free. Settings right there.
She's so generous.
You just change. It's like card appearance or something or appearance. Yeah, you just change them.
I forgot to ask Isla, but I will after I ask you. How was your holiday? What'd you do?
Oh.
Oh,
Me or
you're
her?
asking me
Gabby
first?
first.
Oh, okay.
I went home to my parents' house, watched a lot of TV, watched some movies. Mostly like hung around. It was really cold, so you can't do much when it's that cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Escape from New York.
I watched Escape from New York and Escape from LA with you, Burr.
Fuck yeah.
They were really crazy. Yeah.
The John Carpenter theme in this last 10 minutes or so.
Hell yeah.
Johnny Carp, Isla.
They're playing at the Alamo in Minnesota. They were going to play Escape from New York on January 6th. I wonder if they're playing it out here.
Got to. Great movie.
I've never seen that one.
Great movie.
It's like one of the like 3 Carps I haven't seen.
So great. Unhinged tone. Just like
Yeah.
dark and brooding. Oof. It's good. Yeah. How cold was it, Gabby? Realistically, how cold? Coldest you've ever been? Cold?
No, definitely not coldest I've ever been. It only got down to like -2 or 3. Like
Negative
once.
2 or 3. What's the coldest you've ever been then? What's more than negative 2 or 3?
15.
Huh?
Like -10, -15.
Got
like
it.
when the wind is blowing really hard
Got it.
and it's cold, that stuff. But we did have a white Christmas, which was very nice. It
Yeah, me
snowed.
too.
Nice.
Yeah, and then the snow melted and our driveway became a skating rink, which is really scary.
That's super fun.
Yeah.
Nice. Balatro hype.
Balatro hike.
Balatro
Holy
hype.
crap. 500 hours. I gotta get more hours
Yeah,
logged.
get good, dude.
I know.
You're a scrub.
I have one more deck to like fully unlock actually. I
Nice.
have to get the last one. That's where I'm at.
I've been split pushing, so it's all fucked up.
Yeah. And then what do you do for your holiday?
I went up to the cities, Minnesota, hang out with my sister. Saw a lot of family, like big family get-togethers. Saw a radio show of It's a Wonderful Life, which is really fun, like a live
Nice.
guy doing Foley sound effects.
That
and
is
stuff.
fun.
Saw its Christmas Carol at the Guthrie, which was pretty cool. I could have done with the cast not doing the British accents. Just don't do it. If you can't do it, don't do it, you know? But like the set design there was really cool because they would fly in the backdrops of a big like city and they could move and like things would rotate in and out on the stage and like things would move in and out and stuff. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was fun. Saw aunts and uncles, a lot of stuff. We had like 20 or 30 of them over and then like went to a couple other big gatherings. Similarly, we had a white Christmas and then it melted and then it rained a little. Thankfully didn't freeze the rain, but it was foggy for like 3 days.
Foggy
which was
dawn.
crazy. Yeah, real good
Shout
fog.
out.
I got a good ass picture of it. I'll show you later. But the fan mail tier got that picture. But it was fun. It was cute.
Nice.
I start going crazy when I can't like control my own schedule and don't have a car that I can use whenever I want, you know?
You're at the whims of a madman.
Yeah, I'm at the whims of my sister. But yeah, pretty much. Where I'm just like, I want to go do something. Like it's like, but it's also like infinity billion degrees below zero. So it's
Yeah.
like the coldest I've ever experienced with wind chill was -60.
Dude, what? Good
I think
God.
the temperature was like -30 something, but they were like with wind chill.
like
it's negative.
Mars or something?
Yeah.
How was that?
That was the because they're so good at getting snow off the roads. I barely ever got snow days as a kid, but we got that one
my
because of
God.
severe weather. Because they said they were like, "Don't go outside, you'll die." They were like, I think if your skin was exposed for more than like 4 minutes, you would get a frostbite.
Oh my God.
It was, very cold. But global warming, it doesn't really get that crazy up there as much anymore. I don't know. But
Nice.
certainly doesn't snow as much as it used to, which is a bummer. But
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I've lived in California my whole life, so
But San Francisco, coldest place.
San
on
Francisco
Earth.
is like this pocket of the coldest place on Earth, just this little
It's
needle
differently
shot.
cold, for sure.
When it is that cold, I don't want to do a damn thing.
No.
Like that is not good for productivity because I will just be so lazy when it
yeah.
is that cold.
The whole trip up there, yeah, we were mostly, inside playing board games, hanging out with family, that kind of stuff. And then we realized like 2 days before we left, the sun came out and we were like, this is the first time we've seen the sun the entire time we've been up here. Wow. And like Sophia and I realized like, oh yeah, we're really not used to this anymore. Because,
Yeah.
she's from Norway, but it's like we're both from the frozen north, but like you get used to the sun down
Yeah.
here, Yeah.
For sure. Don, I don't have you on here. Did you want to shout anything out, or did you want to share?
He's on the other rundown that we got.
No, I wasn't really. I played a bunch of old stuff. There wasn't anything current. The only thing current I played was that Kong Survivor Instinct, but I didn't play. I just dabbled with it a little. I didn't get too deep into it, so I didn't have a ton to say about it. I mean, that was about.
I've got a major fucking bone to pick with you, dude.
Okay.
You're in trouble.
All right.
With Don?
Yeah, Don's actually in trouble.
I want to talk about Kong Survivor Instinct.
Yeah. Don is legitimately in trouble. Don still hasn't even like mentioned it to me at all. I heard this secondhand.
What could this be?
I heard you played Virtua Cop without me.
Well, Huber, there's a couple caveats to that.
Okay.
Couple caveats. Okay, true. I did play Virtua Cop.
Okay.
It was a sort of
But he thought of you the whole time.
It was a sort of off the cuff kind of thing. I wasn't playing with light guns though, Huber.
God, it just control the controller.
So you would have been disgusted. Yeah. You would have been insulted if I invited
Did you even
over.
really play it?
Yeah,
Like,
does it actually
Yeah,
count?
he did you a favor.
Not only that. Oh, not only that, Huber. It took me like friggin' 4 minutes. Now this is weird to figure out how to reload. Just
Reload, low.
right. I mean, you say how on earth possible? There's only so many buttons on the Saturn controller. I was playing it on Saturn.
Wow.
Guess what you have to do to reload is the most cumbersome thing in the
Press like
Scream into the UMD.
yeah, press like 4 buttons at once or something.
You have to like double tap the right trigger, double pull the right trigger. So it's like the slowest,
Weird.
most cumbersome,
That
awful
is.
thing. While rapidly shooting, you're trying to be double tapping that. It was like really awful.
what?
You couldn't reassign the buttons, so yeah.
Just get good, Don.
Yeah, well, my hand was in severe shape after that little Virtual Cop session. Yeah, so sorry, Huber. I did think
Gotta do your workouts.
I think I probably said that. I said I got to talk to Huber about getting this gun, man.
I know.
They have those new ones, right?
I've told Chat knows. They know that I will cross state lines to play a Virtua Cop cabinet.
Yeah.
We can't find them. We can't find one. There's
Yeah.
one I think somebody sent me one that was like really far away. Couldn't
One
necessarily
state
do it.
line.
Yeah, I'll go like
Multiple state
1 to
lines.
2 state lines to play.
There has to be one near in LA. somewhere.
I've literally looked a lot of places. I've called a couple arcades. No Virtua Cop.
Crazy. It's
bizarre.
One
Come across
specifically?
them.
Or 2. 1 or 2.
I feel like I was somewhere where I played one recently.
Yeah.
Or it might have been Time Cop.
Because they have like Time Crisis 2 will be
Time
everywhere.
Crisis, yeah.
Lethal Enforcers will pop up here and there, but like that one's really
That
rare
one's pretty
too.
rare too, but I've come across it.
Yeah.
We played the Terminator one where the gun is like connected to the thing, which was like
Yeah.
not great.
To the arcade
Yeah.
game. It's
It
so
was-
repetitive.
it was- yeah,
it
I
gets
was like-
extremely. The first level is like
feels
so.
good.
Yeah, it
It feels good,
It feels
Damiani.
cool. But then there's the
like the
the
feedback.
newer one with the shotgun that's like disconnected. Remember?
Whoa.
Right?
I don't remember
Try
that one.
Yeah.
Am I
what's that one?
crazy?
That
Yeah,
one
yeah.
sounds
No, you're
sick.
thinking of Salvation. It's Terminator Salvation,
Yeah.
the arcade game. Yeah, that one's pretty
okay.
sick.
That
actually.
one's crazy.
Yeah, I was playing that at the arcade at the
Holy-
theater
There's a
the other
Jurassic
day,
Park
actually.
one maybe with a shotgun
That-
too, but
yeah.
I just remember I had the Terminator arcade game on Genesis with the Menacer,
So
Oh,
cool.
shit.
and it was amazing.
you're the coolest
There
kid
you
in
go.
school.
It was unreal.
Oh damn!
It's crazy.
Living the life there.
Yeah.
I forgot to also-
Could we like build a time crisis or a time? What are we talking about?
Virtua Cop?
Virtua Cop, like thing. Like get those new guns.
Yeah.
Get a fucking Raspberry Pi or some
Probably.
shit.
Yeah. Probably. There's like you could
Wall
jerry-rig
mount.
it.
Wall mount a
Namco
thing.
did them
Yeah.
right. Is Virtual Cop Namco? I keep forgetting. Or is that Sega?
Sega.
Sounds.
Sega.
Yeah, yeah.
Yu
All right,
Suzuki.
Time to
Virtua
revive
Cop.
it.
Hell yeah.
Bring
We
it
can make
back.
that a project.
Because
this
they
year.
came out with a
We have a retro.
they came out with a
Pi.
Time Crisis one recently. That it's its own like standalone
Yeah, I saw
gun.
that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Those
We
like
need-
one ups.
Yeah.
Well, that,
We
but
need-
they also have some other like little console version that comes with the guns, but it's a standalone
Oh.
Time Crisis. It looks sick.
Yeah.
How much is that? Because those one ups, they're tempting, but they're too expensive, dude.
Yeah, it
little
was. I
ones.
remember the Time Crisis
They're
one was a
not full
lot.
size.
They're too expensive. Yeah, and they're like you need to put them on the
and
little
flat screen.
the
is
little
what-
riser.
The flat screen's what hurts it the most. The risers, even with the risers, they're still kind of tiny. They're cute, but
Yeah, just for like $500 or $300 or $400. Like, I don't know. I could build something like that for that.
If you build it, I will come.
Okay.
Don, any
Because we have the arcade machine in the other room.
yeah,
I wonder if guns would work with it.
that's something to look into.
We can
It's
look into
legit.
that.
Don, any holiday stories you want to share? How like what do you
Holiday Road.
What'd you do?
Not
Just
too
laid
much.
low?
I chilled out. Yeah, I watched a bunch of movies, got through my holiday watch list, which was nice. I don't usually get all the way through it,
Nice.
but I did this time.
Wait, that reminds me. Sorry to interrupt. Real
Go
quick,
ahead.
we got to shoot reaction shots maybe tomorrow if you're around. But stay tuned to reaction shots. Come listen to us shout at each other about Nosferatu.
Nosferatu.
Anyway,
see it
sorry,
still.
Don. Keep going.
Yeah, that was about it. Nothing too special. Just ate some good food. I ate 3 hams, Huber.
3.
3 hams?
Whole
That was
hams or
something
just
kind of
part?
By
special.
yourself?
That was something I. Yeah.
3 whole hams?
Well, virtually by myself. I mean, the family helped a little bit, but it was basically by myself. I was eating 3 meals a day of ham for a good. Well, how long have we been off now? I don't know. Since we
Weeks.
started break.
6 or
weeks.
7 months,
It's
probably.
literally been weeks of eating hams. It was awesome. I loved it. That was the first time I ever got to do that.
Did you
So
get
that,
the
yeah.
meat sweats?
that was highlight. No, I mean, my body actually handled it pretty good overall, I would say. I was a little worried, you know?
You're made
Yeah.
of stouter stuff than I, Don.
Yeah, so I handled it quite well. But so that was enjoyable.
Nice.
Yeah.
Avatar 3, December.
Yeah. Which year?
Is that guaranteed?
This year, December.
Things are just
Oh,
getting
you're
delayed
just-
left and right.
It's already
Batman
it already
2
got
is-
delayed.
There's no shot, dude.
There's a 100% shot. 100%. Don, don't you agree?
GTA 6 is coming out in.
It's gonna get
2020.
delayed because of GTA
this
6.
one will not be delayed.
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way. Avatar's this year.
Avatar 3, dude?
Avatar 3 this year.
Did they shoot it at the same time?
It's already done.
Yep.
It's been done.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh.
They're just
Do you
doing
know that
post
for
shit.
sure?
It's done filming.
Well, those movies are in 100% post shit.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I mean, they've been cooking on it a while.
post shit could take 8 years.
They
Yeah,
won't
totally.
make the same mistakes again with delaying them. I'm pretty sure Cameron will keep this ship
Yeah.
docked in the station on time.
He's got a full year. He's just ready to go. We're doing it.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Can't wait for those pre-sale tickets.
Same.
Can't wait for those pre-sale tickets.
We've got more to come, but if you've been enjoying this show so far, please take a second to like and subscribe and ring that bell on YouTube because it really helps us out. And it'll be nice to bring in the new year that way. It helps us and it helps you stay connected. Also, if you
the
wanna-
podcast too.
What's up?
Rate the
Yeah,
podcast.
rate it. Also, if you want to sponsor this podcast and put your name right here in the space, get in touch. You can email us at info@easyallies.com and we'll give you all the details.
The rates are very reasonable.
Very reasonable. In
Yeah.
fact, it's a steal.
I mean, we should charge more.
Yeah. It's a straight up steal.
Yeah. Highway robbery.
Yeah. Looks like it's me and then the sales report. Quick catch up. I laid low. Just
Yeah, how
enjoyed
was your holiday?
Just enjoyed the time off. I was with my grandpa quite a bit.
Hell yeah.
Couple days he wasn't doing too well, but now he's doing really well.
Oh, good.
He's doing super well.
Super good.
Yeah. Turns 96 in a month.
Jesus.
So ripe old age of 96.
Awesome.
Watched a ton of TV. Just so many shows are on right
Dune
now.
Prophecy, dude.
Yeah.
Silo, dude.
Dude, I'm a few back. I'm on like 4, I think, or 5 on
Of Silo?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like 3 or 4 back. Yeah. But yeah, Dune
Slow
Prophecy.
burn.
I love my favorite fucking thing ever, and I feel this way about every show, every season finale should be like double length. The Dune
Yeah,
finale was
hour
like
and
an
a half.
hour and a half. I'm
Hour
like,
and a half.
thank you.
Like, this is a movie.
Yes. Give me hour and a half long finales every time.
And we didn't know if it was the finale or not, but we were like, well, it's an hour and a half. Like, it's probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
Show's crazy.
Really cool show. Played a lot of The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered because that came out in January of 2024. That was a 2024 release.
Jesus.
Because I got for Christmas, must be nice, a PS5 Pro.
Booyah!
And
From
it is
who?
My parents.
Oh, that's nice.
Yep. Parents hooked it up. They were like,
I'm
we
proud
just
of you.
wanted to get you this because they know I fucking love it and live it and bleed it and all of it. It's my life. They're like, we're just going to get you this.
Dude, that is so
Dude,
awesome.
that's
When's the
good.
last time your parents got you
I
a
was-
console?
I was just
Dude,
gonna say,
it's
that's
been-
like
Oh, it's jolly
Probably
as hell.
like fucking GameCube or
Oh,
something.
jolly,
that's
so
like
jolly.
that's like the OG
Yeah.
parent like big present is a console.
Yeah.
I love
dude.
that.
Legendary. Thank you, Mom and Dad.
Yeah,
10 out of
damn.
10. Yeah. Yeah, it was hype. And then I like immediately brought my parents over to my house and I was just like, dude, you gotta watch this. And I was just showing them like Last of Us kills. Like,
They're
yeah.
like, great, dear.
My dad's like, Jesus.
Jeez. Those are visceral.
Yeah. I've actually been getting really obsessed with the no return, which is the roguelite mode they added. The daily runs, you only get one shot at it, and it's every 24 hours. There's like a cooldown to do it, and it'll give you a specific character that you have to use. I've just been doing that like every night, just like a quick little run. So
that's
super
cool.
fun, yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And then just a ton of streams of Darkest Dungeon 2, the gift that keeps on giving. Seriously, one of my favorite games of all time. It's not even a joke. I'm obsessed with this game. Also obsessed with the first one, 10 out of 10. I think the second one is a little more forgiving when you lose. Because in the first one, you can actually lose your troops. And you have to go on runs and finish runs to level them up. So when they die in the first game, it is fucking devastating.
Yeah.
You lose a lot of time.
It's like XCOM Iron Man mode.
Yeah. Whereas in 2, it's like Oregon Trail style. You just go on separate runs each time. Obviously, there's like a meta progression each time that you can get. But when you die, you can just go again, you know? And I just love the combat. I'm obsessed. Obsessed. This is some of my favorite combat ever in a game. I'm not kidding. Like, it is so addicting. It is so fun. This is like my favorite game to stream maybe ever. I hope chat is not sick of this because they're like, is this the most streamed game on Easy Allies? And I'm like, if we're not counting 14, Damiani, it's yeah, I'm just getting there.
I gotta stream more Warframe.
Yeah. But the good news is, I was on Act 2 for like 45 hours.
Jesus.
I really thought I would never...
didn't you think you would never do it?
I was like, I'm never going to beat this game, whatever, I don't care, it's just so fun to try. I am on the final act now of this game. I am on Act 5. We are gonna do it. We are gonna finish. So excited because 2 DLCs, one paid, one free, drop this month. I'm so excited. We're getting the Abomination, which is a character from the first game that can turn into like a beast, like werewolf vibes.
Cool.
So the Abomination is returning with also a new zone and some new enemies for the campaign. But then there's this separate mode called Kingdoms. Which is, it's like Darkest Dungeon 1 and 2 kind of combined, where you have this town and you can upgrade it. You have like a militia of like these other militia character NPCs that can fight and like hold ground.
Do they like defend the
They defend different areas. You have to like traverse to different areas, but then other areas will get attacked. You can level up your inns. It looks amazing. I'm so excited to stream that and play that Kingdoms mode, chat. That is the end of this month. And that is free. That's just a free mode for this game. So very excited. Way more to come for Darkest Dungeon 2. Because it just had a slow start with easy early access, and a lot of people that are obsessed with Darkest Dungeon 1 didn't really like 2 because it is a dramatically different game.
Yeah.
So but I feel like the last 6 or so months have been really good to this game. Just balancing everything and adding the Crusader and Duelist and all sorts of stuff. So super good place for this game.
Character or whatever is really cool.
Oh my god, the enemies are so cool. They're so freaking cool. It's so fun. I love this game so much. Darkest Dungeon though, 10 out of 10. All right. The November sales report. It is time from Matt Piscatella of Circana. Shout out. We're tracking US, because we are in the US, $599 US dollars. I was thinking about the Pro because it's fucking ridiculously expensive.
Yeah.
God.
Is that $6.99?
Yeah.
Good God.
But Last of Us on there looks so fucking insane.
It better have.
US consumer spending in dollar sales. November spending fell 7% compared to a year ago. Is that because no Tears of the Kingdom or something? Was that last November?
Switch 2.
No games.
Yeah, no Switch 2.
Yeah.
No, I don't know. What came out last fall?
Yeah.
I'm forgetting.
That's last year. I can't remember that.
Largely due to Call of Duty switching its release date from November to October.
There we go.
There you
There
go.
we go.
God.
The Call of
You
Duty.
change months and it hits it almost 10%. I know.
And like GTA 6's month in 2025 is going to be massive.
Dude.
Like it's super important.
I know.
You gotta pick the right month or gonna screw things up.
I know.
Pull for the entire industry.
I loved hearing all these studios that like refuse to announce when their game's coming out until GTA makes their move.
Yeah.
Like it's really funny.
That's the way.
So many good games. Oh my god. Citizen Sleeper. So soon.
Oh, dude,
so
yeah.
soon. Also, Assassin's Creed is next month. We can say that now. It's very exciting.
Allegedly.
Oh, yeah, no, it'll come this time for sure. On mobile, the story for November is without a doubt the launch of Pokemon TCG Pocket.
Oh, right.
The game launched in late October and is the #2 game by revenue worldwide for November 2024,
Just at all.
beating out Royal Match and Monopoly Go, said Samuel On of Sensor Tower. Biggest mobile launch of 2024. I mean, it's Pokemon.
Makes sense, yeah. I mean,
It's the biggest thing of all
what are
time.
you going to do?
Like, that's always so fun to me is looking up, like, Pokemon versus, like,
Yeah.
Marvel versus Star Wars
Right.
versus, and it's like, Pokemon, dude.
Yeah.
Cannot
Is
stop
that
it.
like Magic Arena? Do you play Pokemon with it? I haven't.
Yeah, I think you just play the cards. It's the
okay.
card game, yeah.
Yeah.
Super cool. I like Pokemon the card game more than Pokemon the games, for sure. So, like, that actually interests me, because I
Yeah.
think the card game is awesome.
My friend Chris showed me the pack cracking, and you can like peek.
I
You
did
can
see
like
that.
turn the pack and see if anything's good in there.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's kind of cute.
That is cool. It was cards first, right? Pokemon? The origin? Card game first? Damiani, do you know?
I'm actually not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Chat knows. Chat's like, Pokemon casuals. Bah.
I mean, yeah.
Hardware spending was flat, thanks Switch 2,
Yeah.
when compared to a year ago at just 927 million.
It's not Switch 2's fault. It's no price cut's fault.
Yeah.
It is $699 US fault.
They did a price cut on the Quest 3 like right after I bought one, I think. And I'm just like, damn it. That's how it goes.
15% spending growth on PlayStation 5 hardware. So, like, people are committing hard to PS5 now. Like, it's kind of a rough year for Xbox a little bit, optically, I would say.
Get some games, maybe.
15% spending growth on PS5 hardware was offset by a 29% year-on-year drop in Xbox Series spending and a 3% decline in Switch.
But I do want to know.
29% year-on-year drop in Xbox Series spending? That is insane.
But I do really think that they're de-emphasizing the hardware.
100%.
Like, so it's like I want to see their uptick in Game Pass
other-
subscribers and other
yeah,
revenue,
yeah,
because
yeah.
it's like, you know, it's probably like, is it coming out in the wash? I don't know, but I'm curious.
Definitely. Lifetime unit sales of Damiani Nintendo Switch.
Lifetime unit sales of Damiani.
Of Damiani. Lifetime unit sales of Damiani. The Switch has it has now exceeded those of PlayStation 2 in the US.
Ooh.
It has dethroned the PS2 in the US market with its 46.6 million units sold life to date. Switch now ranks second in all-time units sold across all video game hardware platforms in the US,
Behind Game Boy?
trailing only
DS.
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 I forgot DS was higher than Game Boy.
Good old DS. PlayStation 5 Pro. That's me now. Yay.
That's you.
Yay.
Do you also have one, Damiani?
Yes.
Okay.
Stream that Last of Us chat tonight. Get some no returns going. Lifetime units said, blah, blah, blah. PlayStation 5 Pro accounted for 19% of total PS5 units sold in the month and 28% of dollars. So just overall, PS5 Pro making up a big chunk of the gaming revenue. Launch month dollar sales of the PS5 Pro were more than 50% higher than the November 2016 launch month sales of the PS4 Pro.
Oh.
Price difference.
while units,
Yeah.
Damiani knows, while units were 12% lower.
Lower, yeah.
So 12% less units, but 28 or 50% higher sales.
This is Avenue ticket or Avatar
Thumbs.
ticket revenue all over again.
3D glasses, yeah.
It's 3D tags.
Some sales analyst there got a bonus at Sony. Like we're gonna project to sell less than the PS4 Pro, and someone's like, how do we make more money? Price it at this.
Yeah.
We'll make more money than we did before. And they're
But then you have to
"Genius."
wonder if they had priced it lower, would they have sold more and made more? Who knows?
They're like,
That's business.
That's the question.
Yep.
That's so interesting. Like if
Yep.
if the PS5 like went down like 100 and then the Pro was only like 500, then
Right.
it like took its spot or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you wonder how many
these are
people
the what ifs I want shows made about.
ponder the question.
Not the MCU.
Dude, loved What If.
Watcher is
Shout
just like,
out to What If.
What's the potential revenue if we price it at $4.99?
We ponder the most dangerous question
What-
of all. What if? So good, dude. It was
Love
good.
Jeffrey Wright.
It was good. It was really good. The end was good. We have the top 20 here. Top 20. Any guesses? Don't look over here, Isla. No
I'm
cheating.
trying not to.
No cheating.
So let's see.
November was like
The
1,000
previous.
years
Let's see
ago.
where the previous month stuff dropped.
This is November 2024 U.S.
where
top
did-
20 best-selling games, physical and full game digital from the Nintendo eShop, PlayStation, Steam, and Xbox platforms for publishers in the digital leader panel.
where did Astrobot drop to? Because it was like high up there.
Astrobot was 15. Now it's 13.
Sorry.
Went up.
I thought
It went
this
up.
is the Game Awards bump. Sorry.
Game Awards bump, yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where did it get bumped up to?
Well,
It was
but this
15.
is-
It went up to 13.
This is before the Game Awards.
Yes,
yeah,
before.
this is November.
Nomination
So
bump,
it'll go
maybe.
way up.
Oh, so it's gonna go up
Nomination
more.
bump.
Okay.
It's gonna
Got
go
it,
way
got
up.
it, got it.
Little nomination bump. I like that.
Nomination
Little
bump,
nomination
maybe.
bump.
Yeah,
Okay.
maybe.
All right, what else? What else?
Where's Mario Kart? Still in there?
Mario,
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart.
The bundle save it. Mario Kart bundle save it.
Not on the list. Not on the list.
Switch 2,
How many months-
two,
how many
baby.
months in a row? Hey, someone said next week, baby. Switch 2 reveal.
2.
Let's go.
We did
Switch
it.
2.
3 months in a row is what it took. That was
are
the magic
ready.
3 strikes. You're
Switch
out.
2 is coming.
All right, you're out. Switch 2. You're on deck. Let's go.
What else? What else? Give me some.
Sports.
Yeah, what
yeah,
else?
a lot of sports.
Games.
Lots of sports on this list.
MLB.
MLB is
Hockey.
not on the list. That
FIFA.
sickens
Whatever
me.
FIFA's called now.
Where the
FIFA.
Pro.
EA Sports FC 25.
FC.
It was 10. Now it's 3.
Ha!
Jeez.
what
Number
about,
3.
So the football
Wow.
stuff. 'Cause end
3 of the
season-
top 4 games are EA.
Jeez.
Yep.
You said FC was one of them.
That was number 3.
So probably NFL and the college one. The college one is college
Yep.
one higher.
See.
Madden was 8. Now it's 2.
Oh,
Is Madden
Madden's higher.
EA?
Okay.
Yep. And EA Sports College Football 25 was 11. Now it's 4.
I heard that's
Alright.
that one's the one that everyone likes, right?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
college.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Any others? There are
So
2.
what's number 1?
There are 2 Nintendo games.
Echo.
One of them
Oh,
is
for
my
Nova-
fucking favorite.
For November.
Oh, Dragon Quest?
Dragon Quest is on here at number 12, and it's a new last
Oh,
month
that's
a new
Square.
game.
All right.
It
And that
debuted at
doesn't
12.
Hey.
Does that include digital, like from Nintendo?
This is physical and full digital from the Nintendo eShop, PlayStation,
Okay.
Steam, and Xbox.
Is that
So
new?
they got that.
Because
All right.
November, so it came out in
No,
November.
but
oh, the digital, yeah,
Nintendo didn't used to.
yeah, because it says it on here.
Huh.
Yeah, Dragon
Wait,
Quest.
is
says
this
number
the
12.
first time they've had
That's what I'm wondering.
physical and full game digital from Nintendo eShop?
I feel
Yeah.
like they
Wait,
didn't used to
it
have
says it
that
right
from
here.
Is this
From
Nintendo.
new?
Piscatella. Yeah, it seems like
is
it.
this
that
breaking
new?
news?
Yeah.
Is this breaking news, Piscatella?
Or is it because it's Square Enix?
Are we reading?
But
this
wait,
wrong?
is there any other first party Nintendo game on here?
There are 2.
Zelda
2 first
Echoes?
parties.
And they include digital eShop
I guess.
sales?
They're here. 2 of them. You want to know them?
Okay.
Super Mario Party Jamboree, baby.
Oh yeah.
Last month it was 7.
Oh, yeah, Mario Party.
Now it's
duh.
6. Rising. And a brand new entry coming in at number 7, Mario and Luigi Brothership.
Oh, that's too
Yeah.
bad.
Oh, that's not That's not too bad, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't think it'd finish top 10.
Yeah, I didn't. What's it at?
Mario and Luigi is number 7, and then Mario Party is number 6.
Yeah,
Nice
Bloodworth is coming in to tell us the
Wait,
first
didn't
party
make top 10?
Nintendo do not include digital. That's why they have the stars.
Oh, there's the asterisks here. Didn't see those. Thanks, Blood.
Damn
Yep.
it, Blood.
we
Just
don't
for those
see
two.
asterisks.
Okay, yeah.
Come on, Huber. You
Yep.
don't want to see these asterisks.
I
You gotta help
know.
us.
He was
doesn't-
clarifying
Yeah.
that yes, it's Square Enix.
So sorry. Mario
Huber has
Luigi was
special eyes.
top 10 or not? I thought you said it, and then you said the number, and I didn't hear the number.
For which one?
For Mario and Luigi.
It was number 7.
Where is it?
7.
Okay, 7. Okay.
And Jamboree is
Sorry.
6.
And Jamboree is 6.
I heard you said Super Mario Party, and I assumed that was Brothership's position in my head, and I was
Yeah.
like,
Zelda
wait a second.
Echoes dropped off though.
Zelda is not
Oh, it's
here.
just it's
Yeah,
gone.
Yeah.
All right,
could
here it
sign for
comes.
that.
You ready? Number 20
Yeah.
from 87 last month. Now number 20, Don.
Steam release?
Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection Arcade
There
Classics.
you go.
Whoa.
Number 20.
That's
Why
a good
such a
one.
jump?
I don't know. Maybe a sale or something.
Must have been
Sale.
some big sale.
Steam sale or something?
Brand new entry number 19, My Sims Cozy Bundle.
Wow.
Oh,
That-
cozy bundle.
Put the word
That
cozy
counts?
in there.
It counts.
Cozy
They-
bundle.
Those are so expensive, dude. Those fucking
Number 19.
EA, dude. You monsters.
Yeah. Dropping a little bit. Pff, get it together. Minecraft. It was 16. Now it's 18.
Wow.
Coming.
Well, they didn't feature Skibidi Toilet in it like Fortnite just did.
Oh fuck.
I had to hear about that for a freaking week.
What is it?
Skibidi Toilet.
Is it that head that comes out of a
Your head's
toilet
got
that
a
says
toilet
shit?
from Ohio? Yeah, apparently it's like was made in Ohio or something.
But
and
it-
if he knows all about it, it was just like telling me the whole history of it. And it was
Yeah,
like, you can get it in
and-
Fortnite for like this week only, and I was like, okay.
Well, who was it? I think Bruckheimer or Bay bought the rights to it for like $1 billion or
What?
something. Yeah, something.
For a head coming out of a
Michael Bay,
toilet?
some obscene amount of money. Yeah, they got
I mean,
it.
I get congrats on for
gonna be
Skibbity
a
Toilet, Skibbity
franchise
Toilet
now.
guy. Smoke him if you got him.
Coming
Fuck
in
me.
at number 17, a big drop off. It was 5.
Infinite Wealth.
Metaphor.
Oh,
Number 17.
Not.
Should I play
doesn't
that? Do I have to
the
play that?
persona staying
It is
power.
fucking incredible. I'm not going to say a single word about it until Goaties. You got to tune in. I won't say a single word about Metaphor
Damn.
until Goaties. Not
Doesn't have the
one.
persona staying power because that came out on everything, right? That was on everything.
Yeah. Number 16,
Switch.
falling from number 4, Undisputed. Play on. I don't even know what the hell that is.
What?
Undisputed.
What is that?
I don't even know what that is.
I mean, I would guess
Is that boxing?
boxing, but I'm gonna guess it's a shooting game. Boxing is boxing.
Got it.
I don't know. I'm guessing.
Boxing?
Cool. Number 16. Number 15, down from 3, Silent Hill 2.
Oh, still in there?
Still in there, though. Number
Okay, that's
15.
good, right?
Shit.
Hold
Yep.
on.
I mean, yeah, I guess that's a month later.
Mm-hmm. Number 14, Spider-Man 2.
Wait,
Okay.
why is that back?
It was 22, now it's 14.
Yeah.
Spider-Man
Sale?
2. I don't know. The PC version is this month
Or
too, which
PS
is
Pro.
weird. Pro maybe, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Pro.
people are like, let's see
Dude.
that
It's a
flagship
showpiece.
title.
Yeah.
It's a showpiece.
For
And it was,
sure.
wasn't it one of the ones that actually used it, or was that
Yeah,
the
it's
one everyone was
enhanced.
mad about?
I think it's enhanced, yeah.
Okay.
Number 13 we said was Astrobot. Number 12, Dragon Quest 3, solid debut.
Hey, all right.
Hogwarts Legacy still kicking. It was 13, now it's
Jesus
11.
Christ.
It just does not stop. Dragon Age, it was 6, now it's top 10. Number 10, Dragon Age.
Not too
The
bad.
Veilguard, yeah. I really want to play that too.
Eh,
Number 9, NBA 2K25.
thank goodness.
Number 8, Sonic X Shadow Generations.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Still in the top 10?
Yeah, number
That's
8.
Sonic
it was
3,
9. Now it's
the
8. It's
movie,
rising, dude. It's that movie
Yeah.
hype.
Wait,
for
it went
sure.
up?
Yeah, it went up.
Movie hype.
The movie,
it.
it's
Yeah.
movie bump.
It's
And
100%.
this
before the
came
movie.
out, it's gonna watch. It'll be number like top 5 next
Yeah.
week
Yeah.
for December.
Number 7, Mario and Luigi Brothership. Number 6, Super Mario Party Jamboree. It was number 2. Now it's number 5. Still going freaking strong. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero.
Oh,
Heck
of
yeah.
course. The power of
Insane, yeah.
anime.
Juggernaut.
Number 4, EA Sports College Football. Number 3, EA Sports FC. Number 2, Madden. And obviously, number 1,
Call of Duty.
Call of Duty.
Which one?
Black Ops 6.
Black
Sick,
Ops
yeah.
6.
Because there's too many calls.
Last month rank, 1. This month rank,
1. Next
How long
next
will it be
month's ranked? 1.
Hey, remember when movies used to do that for months?
Yeah.
They need to let these movies breathe more sometimes,
Yeah.
you know?
I fucking love Black Ops 6. I think it's incredible.
It's really
It's always the same narrative every month or every year with Call of Duty. If you think it's bad because people are like annoyed, it's just a small group of psychos.
That's video
that
games
play.
on the whole.
Yeah. Like, dude, Black Ops 6, one of the best ones. IMO. All right, that was the top 10.
loved it.
And yeah. It's time
You forgot it over there, didn't you?
for me to
Don't
go
say it. Don't say it.
We vamped with So Long and Thanks for All the Fish.
Now it's time for Love and Respect. Love and respect. First up, Matthew Wakehill.
Wakehill.
Howdy, allies. Sorry if I butchered your last name there. Howdy, allies, and Happy New Year. With Switch 2's reveal hopefully approaching soon.
Like 90 days. It has to be revealed within the next 90 days.
What kind of third-party games do you expect to see at launch?
Oh, yeah. Here
I think it's almost a guarantee that we'll see a new game from Chien Multimedia, the developers behind games like Art of Balance, Nanostray, Fast RMX, and more. I don't know what any of those are.
Is it Shein,
Fast
like
RMX is
the
the racing one,
chintzy,
yeah.
like crappy fashion brand?
Well, they've gone multi-platform more recently. They're notorious for making rock-solid 60 FPS games on Nintendo platforms that typically run beautifully. I personally would love to see The Tourist 2 or something along the lines
Oh, The Tourist.
of
yeah.
The Punchian, their most recent releases. So what do we think?
You've just listed 6 things that none of us have heard of.
That rarely
Fast
happens.
RMX,
That
I
almost
think,
never
was-
happens. The Tourist I've heard of.
Sure, yep.
Oh,
Tourist is
yeah.
cool.
I know Tourist, yeah.
That was a cool one.
Yeah, yeah.
Played that a little bit.
Third-party games.
Oh, yeah. Big blowout for third party.
I
And
would
we got
love-
evidence for this stuff, too. Go ahead,
Evidence.
I would love Resident Evil Revelations 3 out of
Oh,
nowhere.
baby.
It would be
Huber.
so
Oh,
fucking
that's
awesome.
baby.
Yeah, brand new.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Like a Switch 2 exclusive,
Outbreak.
Resident Evil Remake,
And they
GameCube
they-
vibes.
They reveal
Yeah.
like it was always for Switch. We just
Yes.
didn't say what
Yeah.
Switch. We didn't say which Switch.
Which
Yeah.
Switch?
So we were right when we said it wasn't coming to Switch.
Yeah,
One,
dude.
is it coming to Switch 2?
Yeah.
I mean, we got to go bigger, Huber. I mean, that's definitely good.
Yeah.
Like I think that should happen, but I think that reveal event, we're getting confirmation of Monster Hunter Wilds day and date.
Yo.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck yeah. Dude, now you are cooking.
I mean,
You're cooking.
when Switch comes
Dude,
out,
that would be
it's gonna
so
be like
big.
it's gonna be on like Switch like day one.
That would be
sorry.
crazy.
Obviously, I
This
don't
man
think
is
Switch,
cooking,
I don't think
chat.
Switch 2 is coming out in February. Let me clarify
I
that.
mean-
Sorry. Yeah.
I mean, it'd be cool to get Silent Hill F information in conjunction with this and get like a date for that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
And obviously it would be multi-platform, but
totally.
Final Fantasy VII Remake trilogy director Hamaguchi said that has exciting things planned for the Final Fantasy VII Remake. For more ways for
Oh.
people to play it in 2025.
Hell yeah.
And we know
Switch.
we already announced the PC version of Rebirth, so it's like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
Switch 2, baby.
Yeah.
All but a confirmation that Remake and Rebirth are coming to Switch 2 this year.
I think we're in such an interesting time in the industry because I feel like the third-party support of Switch games will I can't imagine them being exclusives. Like I feel like we're entering a new
Yeah.
era of like way less exclusivity. But then Switch always feels like, or Nintendo always feels like they're doing something different with the way their games control, like motion
Yeah.
controls and all that. So it's like I wonder what the differences are gonna be, other than tech,
yeah.
other than performance. I mean, what are the differences gonna be
Well, and,
Because the
like-
benefit is obviously being able to take it on the go.
Right. Will Switch 2 just be a better Switch? Like, that would be the safe play, but Nintendo doesn't always make the safe play.
Yeah.
So, yeah, who knows? The thing that I'm interested in that always is funny is, like, games that 5 years ago would have been too crazy for the Switch. Like Sophia was playing LA Noire on the Switch on the plane, you know?
Sick.
And I was like, wow, the Switch is really doing it. Like,
Yeah.
playing a 10-year-old game, like, I'm proud of you, you know? So it's like Red Dead 2 on Switch 2, you know? Like, it's possible.
Yeah.
Anything is possible.
LA
Yeah.
Noire, dude. That's a good pick on there.
Crazy.
Any others in the panel or in the
mean-
booth over there? Third-party support. What do you want to see?
Blood said Cyberpunk. I think that's a pretty
Oh,
cool
I
guess.
thought it was
That's a
on
really
there.
good guess.
Good guess. I don't think
Oh, it's
so,
on
no.
Steam Deck.
That's an
It's on
incredible-
Steam
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lock it down, actually. Lock it in, Blood.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
Like a Game
good
of the Year
launch
edition
game.
comes with all the DLC. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
for sure. Because that's a good technical showpiece, too. Like, hey, it can run this.
yeah.
Crisis.
Just and the hype of
Just
like
one.
the hype of portable. I mean, it's on Steam Deck, obviously, but yeah, just Cyberpunk on Switch. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
Balatro.
Gotta have it.
for sure.
Yeah.
That's automatic.
Any will a PlayStation or an Xbox game be announced as a Switch 2 launch game?
Like a first party?
Yes.
Whoa.
Like an Astrobot or
Someone in chat said, who is it? Red Sky, I think, said Astrobot adds exclusive Nintendo content.
That would be
That
so
would be so sick.
That would be
Too smart.
sick.
That would be huge.
Doubly no, not
They
happening.
would
Fucking
never.
Mushroom
It's
Kingdom
possible.
World?
I mean, like, it would be. I'd be shocked. I would sooner believe a Horizon Zero Dawn or something
Yeah.
on or Horizon game on
totally
Switch
see
2.
Horizon on Switch.
Or like even like Last of Us, putting Last of Us on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I would believe that before Astrobot, but
Yeah.
Astrobot with Nintendo properties would be so tight.
crazy.
Get the
don't- yeah,
rabbits in there,
that's-
dude.
We love to dream. We love to dream.
I keep
know.
saying I want an Astrobot that's got just access to everything.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Yeah, I mean, I expect anything that came out in like the last 4 to 5 years that didn't get like a third-party game that sold very well or was like very critically well received that didn't get a Switch port,
Yeah.
or native Switch port, would probably end up on there. So like Res Evil. I mean, now we're getting more than 5 years. I guess like our Res Evil 2, 3, 4 remake,
Yeah.
Village.
Yep.
7, like so no cloud versions, like the native versions
Yeah.
of those.
Well, I mean, it depends on
running
how
better.
close the architecture is to something like a Steam Deck, right? Because like Steam Deck, obviously you have to do some stuff to make it work on there, but like out of Unreal, you kind of just click go and it's pretty much works on Steam Deck,
Yeah.
you know. And it's like if it's that doable for Switch 2, you know, that would open it up for a lot of stuff.
Yeah, did Ace Combat 7 come to Switch or no?
Love Ace
I don't know.
It didn't. Like, yeah, Ace Combat's gonna come. Tales of Arise is gonna like a bunch of Bandai stuff that came out in the last like 5 years or
Did
probably going
Metaphor
over to Switch.
go to Switch?
No, that's
That'd be a
That's a
huge
big
one.
one.
That'd be
Yeah,
a huge
that
one.
that's
Metaphor,
gonna go to
lock it in.
Switch. That's
Yeah.
gonna-
Lock it in.
Yes, it is.
Hopefully we see like
'Cause I played SMT5 on fucking Switch.
I really my biggest hope for when they finally
Didn't
show the Switch 2 launch lineup, obviously Mario and whatever, Mario Zelda, like known. Dragon Quest 12.
Oh.
I think that would be such an awesome place to reveal that game.
Is this
Reveal
finally
it.
when they reveal Final Fantasy IX remake? That's just been sitting around for years, allegedly.
Maybe.
Tactics.
Let's go.
Elden Ring, right?
Yeah.
Obviously.
Oh,
Gotta be.
sure.
Everything Elden
With that
Complete
weirdo new
Edition.
one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's coming to Switch.
Sick.
What the fuck is that new Elden Ring?
I don't remember.
I'm
what
pretty
it's
hyped on it.
called.
Like I would
Nice
be,
King is flying around like
I would be more hyped if they didn't show the
Nightshade,
blue
what
battle
is it?
royale wall coming. Because
Yeah.
I think that made everyone like really confused about what it is.
Yeah.
But then they're like, it's co-op. So you're like,
You have to like
what?
speed run killing bosses because then I think when the thing finally shrinks, there's like a final boss you have to kill.
Is that?
But you're like,
Is this actual?
yeah, you're
Oh.
like you go and hunt and kill enemies and gain power, and then the final like
But co-op.
co-op.
Huh.
Yeah,
Do I hate that?
it sounds pretty fun.
Okay, I'm in.
It sounds pretty fun.
You've convinced me.
Yeah, especially because like Souls co-op is
Janky.
historically been a little weird.
Yeah.
So like it's actually cool we're getting a full dedicated
That you get to
like-
just be together and not
yeah
desync all the time would be pretty
Exactly.
good. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, derail.
Yeah,
But that'll be on there.
Let's play a game. From Brandon C. Reister.
Hi,
This game is called
Brandon C.
Character
Rice.
Select, and I'm actually pretty hyped on it.
Ooh.
Many games have character select screens,
Fuck yeah.
but not all games call their characters characters.
Ooh. Fighters.
Below is a list of games with multiple choice questions about what they call their characters. So
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to read off the name of the game and 5 options, and you have to guess which is correct.
5 options?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to confuse
Overwatch, or if you know immediately, just
Heroes.
go. Yeah. Overwatch 2, Heroes. You got it.
us. Yeah.
Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege.
Strike team?
Operators,
Operator?
agents, operatives, recruits, characters.
Ooh, I like operative.
I would say
Operatives.
operatives.
Everyone says operatives?
Or operators?
It's operators.
Operator.
You gotta.
Yep. All right. Valorant.
Jesus, what do they call those things?
Heroes, Valorants, Aces, Agents, Characters.
Agents?
Characters?
I'll say Valorant.
Agents, Damiani.
Nice.
Dang it.
Heroes of the Storm. I missed that
boy.
game. Legends, Heroes, Champions, Icons, Characters.
Champions, right? Or were they
Champions.
heroes? Because it means Heroes of the Storm. I feel like it was Champions. Because I remember being like, $35 for a champion?
$35. It's Heroes.
Damn it.
Yeah.
The obvious, we overthought it.
It's in the name.
Genshin Impact.
Waifus.
God, I want
Oh,
to play.
No.
Avatars, Heroes, Lords, Weavers, Characters.
Well,
Weavers?
I hate this.
Waifus.
Lords.
Characters. Just characters. Yep.
Get with it, Genshin.
Damiani, Mortal Kombat, or Mortal Kombat 1.
Fighters.
Okay.
Fighters.
Combat.
Yeah. Well, I was wanted to hear the other choice, but I was pretty sure. It was
Fighters,
Sorry.
What were the
players,
differences?
combatants with a K, characters with a K.
That is what the
That's a missed opportunity,
I know, it's
dude.
good.
Combatants?
That's really
Go
good.
back to the OG. Let's go.
Fighters. It's
Nice.
fighters, but it's like knife. The K is silent.
very nice.
Fighters.
Call of Duty Warzone. Operatives, operators, soldiers, warfighters, characters for Warzone.
Soldiers?
Operatives? I don't.
Operators.
Operator.
Yeah, a lot of operators here. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Smashers, heroes, brothers, fighters, characters.
Fighters.
In
Yep.
the trailers, they're called challengers,
Because
right?
when you pick your character in the menu, it goes, choose your fighter.
Yep.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
But in the trailers, does it say a new challenger
All right.
approaches or a new fighter?
This is
New challenger approach
Yeah.
is what it says.
That's funny.
Damiani, dude. This one's for you, and if you don't get it right, you're a fraud. Smite 2.
Oh my god!
Nope.
I mean, I know it.
I'm so happy to be a fraud.
I'm pretty
Now I
sure
have to get it
know
wrong, though. Damn it. I have to guess wrong. Shit.
Smite 2. Legends, champions, gods, immortals, characters.
Pretty sure it's gods.
No, wait. Another one. No.
Immortal.
It's
the other
gods.
one?
It's gods. It's
No.
gods. Damiani knew, dude. He knows.
I knew it. He's
Yeah.
a big
Remains the
fan.
biggest
No, I
fan.
don't.
Remains
No,
the
I
biggest
wouldn't.
fan.
You can pretend all you want, Damiani. We know.
Nope.
All right, Dota 2. Champions, heroes, ancients, units, characters.
Units?
2.
Champions is League of Legends for sure. So is in Dota.
What were the options? Sorry.
Champions, heroes, ancients, units, characters.
I don't think it's right, but
Well,
I'll
it's
go ancient.
It's Defense of the Ancients. Are they just units?
I like ancients, but I think characters has to come around again sometime.
Yeah.
Heroes.
Dang it.
Fuck.
All
Ah.
right, this is a relevant one. Marvel Rivals. Superheroes, heroes, heroes/villains, rivals, characters.
Ooh. Heroes
I've
slash
played
villains?
this.
Yeah, I think
Fun
hero
game.
slash villain.
Yeah, we played it, but
It's
I don't
fun.
remember what they were
Are they
called.
superheroes?
Heroes.
Heroes.
Oh,
Okay.
but they're all heroes.
All right.
Yeah.
All
I'm
right.
gonna skip forward a little bit. All right.
Boring. No, do them all. Just go faster.
All right. Street Fighter 6.
Fighters. Challenger.
Select your challenger or character.
Characters.
Character, yeah.
Yep. Apex Legends.
Legends.
Got it. Yep. Dead by Daylight.
Guy.
Survivors.
Pick your guy.
Survivors.
Oh, booyah.
Nice job.
But then what is it for when you're the villain?
Hunter.
Oh, no.
Hunters is a choice,
chaser.
but it's
Dead
not
by
it.
Daylight?
A stalker or what? Chaser? What is
Slashers, villains,
Engine?
killers, hunters,
Killer.
Killer.
killers.
Yeah.
I got Final Girl, by the way. I haven't tried it yet, but
Sick.
it's a board game.
I wanna play
It's
that.
like Dead by Daylight, basically.
3 left. Zenless Zone 0.
We
Here
don't
we go.
know.
We don't know.
Whatever Genshin was.
Proxies, zone runners, agents, heroes, or characters?
Zone runners.
Proxies.
Agents.
Agents.
Fuck.
Dang it.
2 more. League of Legends.
Challenger. Champions.
Champions. Yep.
Yeah.
And then finally, I feel like they put this one in for me. Resident Evil Reverse.
Ah, come on. I have no idea.
Just
What are they
characters?
This is
here?
actually, there's going to be 2 because when you're the villain, right?
Oh, yeah.
So this is when you're a character. Agents, heroes, hazmats, survivors, characters.
Survivors?
Survivors.
I wish it was
Okay.
called hazmat.
Yeah.
Hazmat.
Same.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then when you're the villain, creatures, bioweapons, monsters, infected, or characters.
Please be
Please be
bioweapons.
bioweapons.
Bioweapons?
Please be
Please.
bioweapons.
Cool.
It's not, though. It's creatures.
everyone wanted
Creatures.
Creatures, of course.
Oh, I loved Reverse so much.
What's the bad one? Reverses? What's the bad
No,
one?
I hate Reverse
Don't
so
ask.
much.
Reverse.
I hate
Don't ask
Reverse.
you.
I love
Say.
Resistance.
Yeah,
I love
okay.
Resistance.
You confused me.
Operation
Yeah.
Raccoon City is the bad one.
Yeah, and Reverse is not great.
New Outbreak on the Switch 2.
All right, Justin Smith.
Hi, Justin Smith.
Good evening, allies. The announcement of a new Onimusha
Woo!
was a net positive for humanity
Yeah.
at the Game Awards reminded me of the lost art form of the intro cinematic.
Oof, yeah.
With Onimusha 3 having one of my favorites of all time. I encourage everyone watching and listening, seriously, YouTube, Onimusha 3 intro cinematic, do it. Watch it. Insane. What is your favorite opening cinematics from games
Ooh.
past? Onimusha's up there 1,000,000,000%.
Resident
It's
Evil 1
insane.
is up there.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2 is
All
up
the
there.
Resident Evil.
Yeah.
Is this like after you hit start, or can it be like something that plays before the title?
Yeah, like before
screen
the
shows up?
title.
Like the
I think they're
attract
talking
mode?
about. Yeah, because that's
I'll
what
count
that-
both
it's like-
here.
I
Like, if you
was
let it
thinking
be, like-
intro, but yeah.
Metal
Like
Gear
PS1,
Solid 2, that like sick ass video that plays before the logo shows up, before you even hit start.
Is the
Like,
opera in Parasite Eve the first thing? I can't remember. I feel like Parasite Eve has a good one.
I don't
But I
remember the cutscene. that
Yeah, I don't
plays.
remember.
all the Tekken ones back on the PlayStation
Oh my God,
1
yeah.
were sick
Oh,
as hell.
yeah.
I remember they were so good.
Cinematic specifically. So like
I mean-
CG intro.
I mean,
like,
Final
All
Fantasies.
The Final Fantasy
yeah.
PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, Final Fantasy
Final
7,
Fantasy.
8, 9, 10.
Yep. I just thought of
Out of
StarCraft
control.
1. Do you
Out
remember
of
StarCraft
con- oh
1
my
when
God,
they're in
yeah.
like the trench?
Yeah.
And then you see like
Yeah.
the battle cruiser like flying over.
I mean,
Wing-
Diablo.
like,
always
Wing
has good
Commander
ones.
and those
Wing
FMV
Commander,
games.
dude, hell yeah.
all those like, yeah, the Star Wars one. What was
Diablo
the-
has some hardcore ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck
That was a lot.
me.
That was a lot of good ones.
Oh,
CG
the
intro.
Sonic and the Secret Rings and Sonic and the Black Knight.
Sick. Very cool.
They're doing some crazy stuff with Sonic back then.
Dude, the Onimusha 3 one is insane. The like fight choreography is so like Crouching Tiger. Dude, they're just
Whoa.
it's fucking nuts.
I feel like we're missing some like obvious good ones.
Because I think of Deus Ex, but it's like in-game
Yeah.
cinematic. You know, it's
like
the
like
one.
Half-Life is like you're playing. it.
Yeah.
Oh,
But, like-
Rudor in chat said Smash Bros. Melee. I think that's a good call.
Oh
Nice.
yeah.
Real nice.
Because like Indiana Jones, you're just replaying
yeah.
Raiders, which is like fun but like boring.
It's
But
just so weird. Yeah. How far are you in that?
it's still in the Vatican. I
Okay.
don't know. Like I
You know, vibing it?
don't know. It's like it's weird because it's like I'm all in.
Yeah.
On the like characters talking to each other.
Amazing, yeah.
And anytime I have to like stealth around, I just
Got it.
don't care.
Got it.
I'm like, so I honestly might just like watch a story video or something because I just like don't give a shit. But I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy.
Whip crack.
I also like played up to like first couple hours and then went on Christmas vacation and then came back and I was just like, I don't know what any of the fucking controls are. I kept like crouching and throwing, like picking up candles and throwing them, and I'm like, no shit,
Everyone's like,
what's happening? Sophia was like, imagine someone just seeing Indiana Jones in the Vatican, just like
So funny. Like investing with
punching
shit.
a guy, like it was. And then I was like, all right.
It's very funny. It is now time for you to enter the sacred space known as Or Wars.
We're still doing that, or wars.
Yep, we're doing Or Wars.
Yeah.
We're doing Or Wars. Who's going first?
Me.
There will be blood or No Country for Old Men.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
good one.
I am prepped for this. Okay. No Country for Old Men is a better performance. Daniel Day-Lewis's character and performance is God tier.
There will be blood.
There will be blood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
What did I
yeah,
say?
yeah.
There will be blood. Like the best performance character-wise in any of these. No Country for Old Men is a perfect movie. So like on the whole, no, like the Oscars actually got it right this time, where No Country got Best Picture and Daniel Day-Lewis got Best Actor. That was correct because like Daniel Day-Lewis embodies this like monster, and then No Country for Old Men, everyone is perfect, but no one like stands out as like better or worse. So it's like a perfect cohesive film. One of humanity's few perfect films, No Country for Old Men.
10 out of 10.
There's only one shot that's a little visually confusing, but I think it's intentionally visually confusing when Tommy Lee Jones looks into the like blown out lock and thinks he sees Sugar on the inside. I think it's a subjective, of his fears, because then he decides,
the feeling.
So it's like,
A feeling.
but the shot's kind of weird. But like, No Country for Old Men is a perfect movie, and Daniel Day-Lewis has a perfect performance in There Will Be Blood.
All right, who's next?
All right. Let's go.
Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest?
This is bait. This is no fair.
You just made it up on the spot, Hugh.
No, I got it written down right
dare
here.
you.
I got it written down right here.
Are you picking these for us though?
I hope I get one about fog.
Fog or more fog?
Wait, damn. I mean, recency bias would have me say Dragon Quest, but
Over all of Final Fantasy?
no. I feel like, yeah, as a series, I'm gonna pick Final Fantasy. But do you want we can make this like more interesting and say recently, Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D, was amazing. I didn't expect it to be like that good, and I feel bad that I have missed out on so much Dragon Quest. Honestly, still like Final Fantasy more as a series, but in this moment right now. Or a week ago, let's say a week ago, when I was playing all this Dragon Quest 3 HD 2D, I was like, damn, I missed out. Yeah, I missed out.
Never too late.
I was looking at pander to Huber. It's Dragon.
All right, who's next?
All right, hit me.
Star Wars or Star Trek?
Make it about fog.
All right. Well, Huber, I gotta go. I'll tell you what. I wish I could say Star Trek, but I can't because I'm just not well versed enough in it. There's too much Star Trek I've missed, okay? A lot of these series I've heard are excellent, especially the new ones. I mean, I heard Discovery. It was
I can
awesome,
help if you need it.
But look, I'm one of these people that loves a lot of Star Wars, a lot more than most perhaps, such as that masterful reboot that J.J. Abrams pulled off, or whatever you'd want to call it. Episode.
I was gonna be like, that's Star Trek, but I'm like, no, that's both.
Oh wait, J.J. Abrams did a great job on Star Trek too. I forgot about that.
that's
Darn
both.
it. He did-
forgot
he
too.
did-
It's right now, yep.
Oh man. Yeah, I gotta pick at this moment in time Star Wars, but come back at me 40 years from now when I've had time to catch up on some Star Trek, and I probably go Star Trek, I'm thinking. It seems like there's more there to work with, right?
There's a lot.
There's a lot to work with there.
A lot.
Perhaps a higher median quality.
Yeah, I think so.
Star Trek.
Just because it's so much. They had a lot of good stuff.
Yo,
All right, see you in 40.
Skeleton Crew. Good.
Yeah, I need to
First
watch that
episode was awesome.
It's
I can
good.
tell you
stuff. I
that.
gotta see that. Yeah.
I like
It's
that
really
first
good.
episode.
Gabby.
She has to do it too?
She's
Gabby's-
en route,
Gabby's playing.
Nice.
making her way to the microphone as we
Gabby's
speak.
playing.
I would say Star Trek. Next Generation is just so damn good, you know?
I heard they retconned one of their newer shows just recently.
You know, Star Trek's been around forever. Like, I would say, like, Star Wars has high highs and extraordinarily low lows.
Yeah.
Star Trek has some lows and some very high highs. But, like, on the whole, it's, like, maybe less offensive than some of these Star Wars movies.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
You're not ready. Uncharted or The Last of Us?
BTS or ATs?
I'm picking. Hubert, this isn't fair. I'm gonna say Uncharted because we haven't had Uncharted in a long time, for way longer than we, didn't have Last of Us. And Uncharted 4 to me is cutting to myself. Uncharted 4, there's not a moment of that game that isn't fun. And I feel I obviously love Last of Us and I love Last of Us 2, but those games are also harrowing. So if you just want to have a good old time, learn some history, travel the globe, put on some Uncharted. Thank you.
Excellent. The winner, because she's had so much time to think about this, is Isla.
Whoa!
Yeah.
2007 was a long time ago.
Well done. Yeah, you've thought about this a lot. You're going to close out the show, but first, let me tell you about patreon.com/easyallies. We're bringing you hours of discussions all the time.
Yeah.
Hours of streaming, discussions, general just positive vibes and energy about this great industry. So if you're here listening and investing your time, consider chucking just a few bucks into our Patreon, because that really helps us out and it really just helps us keep going. You can throw any amount in there, but if you throw $5 a month, really good spot. You get the Easy Allies podcast 2 days early, ad-free, which is huge. I'll pay whatever it costs for no ads. I'm in.
Yeah.
With 2 bonus love and respect questions that we film after the podcast, and they're always fun and always a good time. You can submit questions to Love and Respect, which we just went over a few of those. And you get into the official Discord where you get to vote on the top 10s.
Yes.
Really fun. Love those lists. And then our Patreon producers get a shout out each and every week on this podcast. And the shout outs are Jabawabs, I said Jabawabs, and El Thanis. Shout out.
Nice.
Yes. Promotions. Isla did a full playthrough of Mouthwashing.
Oh yeah.
That's been on my list for many, many months. How was it?
It was a cool game.
Nice.
They do
play
some
it before
very
Goaties.
cool like visual stuff. The storytelling style is really cool. I got through it in like maybe, I don't know, chat, like 2 hours and
Yeah.
10 minutes
I heard
ish.
it's
Like
really
yeah, breezy.
Perfect. Best game to beat in one night.
Yeah, oh, for sure. Best
Yeah.
games to beat in one night contender for sure. Like it stays its welcome. You know, it does it. It's like the right length for the story it's telling. It was really cool.
Yeah.
And like pretty intense. Like
Yeah, it looks
Yeah.
very intense for sure.
yeah.
The best news of the year, Mario Party returns next week. Mario Party returns. We will be battling it out. We're going to be doing the mall, and we're going to be doing 30 fucking turns. We're
my
going
God.
in,
Oh my
settle
God.
in. It's going to be a gauntlet. The mall,
Are we
30
starting
turns.
early?
Bring a lunch.
Yeah, pack a lunch. We're going to Yonkers.
We're going to the mall. I'm very excited about this. I'm very,
Sweet.
very excited. And also mark your calendars
Yeah,
because Easy Allies,
that's us.
the definitive industry, sorry, Keely, the definitive industry game of the year will be revealed. Settle in. January 28th.
Yes.
You've got a little bit of time.
Yeah.
We've got time.
Yeah.
I'm going to finish Metaphor. It's going down. Probably pick up something else as well to finish. Maybe I'll beat Dragon Quest by then too, Damiani. Draconic mode, dude. It's brutal. I wipe like every once in a while, dude. I'm just wiping. I'm just fully wiping.
We're gonna do it sort of like last year, but a little different. We're still nailing down the details, but it'll be, we'll have a produced Game of the Year video, and then the stream will be all the categories live, and just kind of our picks on them. But we won't have like a definitive, best 7 or what best game in one night or whatever. But we'll probably reach a consensus on a lot of them. But yeah,
Do I like that?
that's what we did last year.
Oh, okay.
We all liked it last
all
year
liked
with
it?
one big thing where we were like, let's pre-record the deliberations for Cody
Yeah.
and not stream those live because people get real bored at us going back and round and round and round.
Round, 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 round,
Round, round, round.
round, round, round. The Snyder cut. Round, round, round.
Round and round and round.
Thank you everyone for supporting us in 2024, and I'm very excited about 2025. It's gonna be hype AF.
Yeah.
Very excited.
I mean,
this is a year.
parts of it will be great.
Yes, the video games
Yeah.
will be great.
We'll have fun here at Easy Allies
Yes.
in 2025.
Avatar 3 will be great.
And 4,
Hell yes.
why not?
Yeah.
Both of them next year, this year.
Don, we gotta get an Easy Allies fucking Avatar
Watch
meetup
party.
going,
Yeah,
dude.
meetup
we
slash
gotta
watch
do
party.
this.
Theater takeover.
Yes, we gotta do this.
We did it for Mario.
Yeah,
Could do it at some IMAX, some premiere. We got to go down to the
we
Spectrum.
gotta do it. We gotta do it.
How much would that cost?
A
That
pilgrimage
seems
to the-
untenable.
It's a
the
lot
best
of
theaters
gas
on the
just getting
planet.
together.
We can't afford it.
Can't afford gas.
Yeah, we can't get there. We can rent for Peter, but none of us can get there.
Yeah, we got to plan something like that, Huber. I like where
Yes.
you're going with that.
We
I
could just
love
set
that.
ourselves on fire, and that'll be
Ash and fire.
Yeah.
Fire and ash.
Fire and ash.
Fire and ash.
fire and ash.
It's gonna be intense, dude. I'm like nervous for the volcano Navi, dude. They're gonna be hostile.
Oh,
They're
it's
gonna be
so
nuts.
good.
They're gonna be so hostile.
Imagine those 3D embers. Just think of all the embers floating around. Oh,
Do you
it's gonna
think
be
that they
awesome.
will add a 4th dimension of heat to the theaters?
I hope so. 40x just
Yeah.
blowtorch.
Cameron
Blowtorch
wants
on
us
your
to
ear.
sweat.
Yeah.
When we were
Yeah.
watching it.
Just a
Or like-
blowtorch on top of your head.
Like waiting for Guffman, for his play backdraft, they had somebody burn newspapers and fan it into the vents, so they burned the theater down.
Holy shit. Check that door for heat. Yeah, now that Batman's delayed. All in on Avatar, dude.
brutal
All in
delay.
Avatar.
To
Let's go.
27, is that what it was? Or 26?
26, I think.
Okay. It got delayed a year, but I didn't
Yeah.
remember if it was from 25 to 26 or 26 to 27.
Yeah. To the winner of War Wars, that's Isla.
Ah!
You get to shout out to anything or anyone that's on your mind this week. You get the final word, and you get to sign off with your trademark sign off. Take us away.
Shout out to everybody. The holidays are a fun time, a nice time, and a tough time for some people. So just shout out to everybody out there. New year, new you. Whatever. Hang in, Final word?
Final word and your trademark sign off.
Okay, final word. What did I... Star Trek is probably the mean... I already did it. Whatever. Good night and good game.
And it's never enough 7.
Never enough 7.
There's never enough 7.